Okay, guys, the sound is not going to be very good. I'm not going to lie about that. We have a slight issue. It is hot. And in being hot, what's going to happen is I've got a fan in the background. That's going to be a lot of the background noise you're going to hear today is the fan, so I do apologize. Anyway, Cyrus from NP3, the owner of NP3 and the master builder, him and Mark and Bill and all those guys over there, have given me the wonderful opportunity again and have given me another beta test, and I can keep it. We've added a few things, so we're going to have a little fun today. Before we start, we're going to start this off the way we should. The game is going to be the Pittsburgh Pirates at the New York Mets Shea Stadium. In the real game, the Pirates won 6-1. Veale beat Warren Spahn. And we're going to do this the way you guys are not going to believe it's going to be done. And I hope that everything works well for broadcast. If not, I know how I can get it in there. I'm not going to worry about this. Okay. So, here we go. We're going to start off with, this is the Pittsburgh Pirates and the New York Mets, May 28, 1965. And if this comes up the way it should, and it is, this is, okay, this is the 5th meeting of the Mets and the Pirates. If you can't tell, this is the Pirates name right. This is the Pirates right here. 16 is the Mets. Okay. Now they're not. They should be showing it. Something's missing here, guys. Their current stats against each other. Cyrus, you may want to look at this. This still should be active, even though that's the game I'm playing right now. That should still be active. Okay, that's a slight issue that needs to be fixed. Okay, that should show me what the Pirates and the Mets have done so far this season. Because with the standings, you only got the Pirates with 24 victories, but we already know the Pirates are 24 and 15. Okay, but for some reason, their individual standings are not popping up. 6 and 3 is 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, unless this is the first meeting of the Mets and the Pirates, which is quite possible. I never gave that any thought. Let me take a look here real quick, guys. I apologize. Let me look. The New York Mets. We're going to select them. Okay. This is the first meeting of the entire season for the Mets and the Pirates. I'll be darned. All right, guys. Okay. Anyway, what this is, and I'll show you this cute little toy we've got here. This is a team-by-team record. If anybody who's read the newspapers knows what this is and they understand, okay? And they're even taking a chance. Note they've got interleague in here. This will be for the later seasons. But a good example right now would be is that the Cubs and the Mets have played each other. Okay? Twice. The Cubs got them 2-0, as you can see here. All right? And the San Francisco Giants, and that's Team 13, which is the Houston Astros. Okay, the San Francisco Giants have 5 wins. The Houston Astros over the San Francisco Giants have 3. So they've played each other 8 times already this season. That's what we're looking at over in the American League. This is 1965, guys, so bear with it. All right, we've got a few in here, like the California Angels have beaten the Oakland A's 7 times. The Oakland A's have beaten the California Angels twice. So this is the losses. Numbers are the team's correspondence. Boston is 15 and 24. Their worst victim right now against them is the Tigers and the Indians. All right. This would be a good example to see what happens during the season. Already the Red Sox have 1 victory against the Twins. All right. That's the only victory they got all season for real. Now, I'm still here in the stats. Let me show you a couple other cute little things that show up here. Okay. Now we have a couple of new, and I hope you can see these. Let me see if you can. If you can. Okay, good. So far, yes. So far, so good. Good. All right. We've also added, and a couple of good ones are in here, and you're going to see them right now. We're doing by teams, by players, and even, so we can see them by games. All right. Extra base hits. Carmen Kill, so far we've got a few of the American Leaguers who have had at least 3 extra base hits in a game. Okay? You can do it by the team, by the individual team if you want. Alright, so we can do the, let's use my beloveds, Boston Red Sox. You can see what they've done. Okay? And you can see where they've done their best. And we can still flip it around. So we do by date. So we do that. The most recent game, they played the A's on the 28th. They only had 2 extra base hits, a double and a triple. And as you can see by the score down here on the 28th, with that double and triple, let me get back out of here. There we go. Go back to the 28th. Okay. They won 5-3, all base hits on the 28th. And that's what it looks like. And we'll be playing these stats as we go along. Okay, there's a couple of little surprises I want to show you guys too, so we'll have a good time with this. We now have basically a full program to do what I would call, because there are, obviously, like our others, Strat, Action PC, Digital Diamond, they all have their nice balls and their actions and stuff like that. This is predominantly a simple dice game, like the old APBA was, like APA was, okay? It's basically what it is. It's APA with a huge twist. I like the twist. I'm not even going to lie about it. I think the twist is better than APA. These guys provide more than what APA ever has. So the APA guys can yell at me all they want, but I am telling the truth. So, let's transfer the starting lineups. We're going to play with this as we go along here. We'll be bringing up stats here and there as we go along. Some I may have to go in and out, so bear with me, guys, when we do this. Obviously, the starting lineups are first, as I always do. And we'll do the starting lineups right over here, as we always do. Okay, so look, yeah, what I'm doing, when you guys see the screen you're looking at now real quick, I'm doing something else. And again, I'm not going to try to get that screen up, so it's quite alright. Alright, so let's start the game. Starting first, third base for the Pittsburgh Pirates will be Bob Veale. Bob Veale, and let me show you what we've got going on here now. Okay, we can display his card. I can display his last 10 games batting. Alright, let me bring this up real quick because I got to show it to you. So I got to do this. Hold on. Yes, okay. This we got done a little bit better. Alright? Just so you guys can see, it's the screen by itself. It's not the game behind. The game is still behind it play. I can knock it out any time. What they did for us, not only do we have the last 10 games they played, so you can see how they're doing, and of course still all their season information, but we also have what to do in the last 10 games period. In Bob Bailey's case, his last 10 games he's batting at basically a poor .214. He has 1 double, 1 home run, 1 RBI. He did all that on the 15th system. He's sort of been lying down. He has 7 walks, 8 strikeouts. And that's what this has done for us, okay? I mean, we could go pitcher, batter, dad in here, too. I've seen that already before, too. We can do all this cool stuff. I like it. If I close this, I'm back on the game. Okay? It's a minor inconvenience. I'm going to probably do it quite a bit. He is facing up to Warren Spahn today. Batting second will be Manny Mota. I'll do it this way, Manny Mota. Batting third is Roberto Clemente. Fourth is Don Clendenin. Bill Mazeroski will be batting fifth. Willie Stargell is sixth. Andre Rogers is the shortstop today, batting seventh. Del Crandall will be catching today. He is batting eighth. And the pitcher is Bob Veale. Bob Veale, let's get his record. We'll do that right now with him too, because he is the pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we'll bring this up one more time. Okay. And yeah, it's a little time consuming with OBS. If I have more than, if I can do a few things, it's up to me now to figure out something almost like a better system. So if anybody knows one, let me know. Bob Veale, so far, this season, and we'll get his one-loss record for the season, but his last 8 games, they only show 8 games pitching, which is fine by me. Most of them are done 8 games, okay? He's had 2.15 ERA, 46 strikeouts, 17 walks. He's gone 4-1, only getting up 4 long balls. His lone loss, he got hung with a, he came in relief on a long inning game. I could probably show what that one is. This is like the day before. He had to come in relief. Obviously, you can see the day before he pitched a beautiful, beautiful game. 2 runs, 6 hits. His last time out was on the 23rd against the Milwaukee Braves. Gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. Struck out 2, walked 2, did give up 1 long ball. Got a no-D for the call. And that's Bob Veale. He is the pitcher. He is also batting. And we'll get his batting stats as we go along here. Okay, here we go. Going up against Warren Spahn. Warren Spahn is 2-5 so far this season. 32 strikeouts, 10 walks with a 5.68 ERA. This is his long, tedious, but it's OBS, guys. It's not the game. It's OBS. Okay. So we just got to figure it out. Sorry about that. Okay. Go to the game, and then go into the last 8 appearances. There we go. This is Warren Spahn's 9th start. He is 2-5 this season. It shows his entire pitching record, pretty much. Has a 6.35 ERA. Actually, this will be his 10th start then. He has a 6.35 ERA. He is 2-5. He does have an OD in there against the Phillies. Having a tough season with the New York Mets. 26 strikeouts, only 10 walks, so he's nice. So his ratio's not bad. It's 2-1. It's his earned run average. He's given up 13 long balls this season. He's one of the league leaders. He has given up 67 hits. He has thrown 50 and 2/3 innings. As you can see, his last 8 starts forehanded is 45 and a third. So he's pitching good. He's just not pitching. He's not pitching great. He's pitching poor right now this season. He is with the 1965 Mets. This is pretty much heading towards his twilight years. I'm not going to lie about that. So, anyway, let's close this. Let's get the game going. Bob Veale against Warren Spahn. And here's the first pitch of the game. It is a 64. And Warren Spahn has struck out Bob Veale here to start the game. And, of course, I got to keep my scorecard. I'm not sure if Skeeter Soft has a scorecard for this game here. I think they do, but it's for your phone app. I can't seem to have trouble getting it up and running. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to complain either. Okay, I got to set this back. There we go. So I got the scorecard in front of me. All right. Due up is Manny Mota. Manny Mota right now is batting .271. No home runs, 8 RBIs. And he has been in a 3-game hitting streak. We'll bring up stats as we go along throughout the games. We'll try to. If not, we'll go from there. It is a 13. And Manny Mota grabs a quick foul ball heading out over the left first base side there. Here is the pitch by Spahn. 56 going to Mota. And Mota hits a high pop-up as it heads towards our shortstop, McMillan, who makes the easy play. We have 2 down here in the top first inning. The Pittsburgh Pirates are in a virtual lock and a tie for first place with, I believe, the Cincinnati Reds. We'll take a fast look-see here. With Cincinnati Reds, they are in first place. St. Louis Cardinals are a half game behind. The Mets right now have a firm hold of last place. Due up here is Roberto Clemente. Roberto Clemente so far is batting .272, respectable, but not a Roberto Clemente year so far. 1 home run, 21 RBIs. He's had he's had a hitting game streak stuck. His season best so far has been 10. Let's take a look. I'll show you what his last 10 were. You can see, and when you see this, you'll see that he's been mired in a bit of a slump. Sort of, if you want to call it a slump for Roberto Clemente, is exactly what it is. And as you can see, Roberto Clemente, for his last 10 games, batting .237. He's only been getting like 1-2 hits. Really done nothing. Only 8 RBIs. Like I say, a very un-Roberto Clemente type season. 2 doubles only. That he leads the league with 6 triples, by the way. He has 7 walks, 8 strikeouts himself. He does still have his eye. He's just not really hitting and not scoring. Neither the rest of the Pirates. The Pirates have been sort of mired in a bit of a slump as we go along here. Okay. Here we go. Here is the pitch to Clemente. It is a 64. Get over there. And Spahn has his second strikeout of the game. We have a 1-2-3 inning for the New York Mets. At the end of first half inning, it is Pirates nothing. The New York Mets coming to bat. The New York Mets starting lineup. This sponsored by Knickerbocker Beer. Everybody from New York knows to have a Knickerbocker Beer. Enjoy yourself, and also please do visit the World's Fair as it is on its downward trend. Visit the sites and see the famous globe. Coming to bat for the Minnesota Twins for the New York Mets is Bobby Klaus. Batting second will be Roy McMillan. Third is Charlie Smith. Fourth is Ron Swoboda. Hawk Taylor will be our catcher, batting fifth. Joe Christopher is batting sixth. Johnny Lewis is batting seventh to center field. Jim Hickman is playing first base today. He is our first baseman, and Warren Spahn is pitcher. Bobby Klaus so far this season is batting 166, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. And he is also marred a bit of a slump. He has been hitting 140, only 6 hits and 43 at-bats, 2 RBIs only, struck out 10 times, so he is turning into a strikeout machine here all of a sudden. Here is the pitch to Klaus. It is a 36. Come on. I keep forgetting about that, guys. I apologize for the noise. And he does get a piece of it. Is it going to be in his favor? No, it is not. He hits a high pop-up heading out towards second base, starting to drift back there into the outfield grass. Mazeroski getting back there, gets that glove back and behind him, stretches out, makes the grab. We have one down. Coming up is Roy McMillan. Roy McMillan's batting .284 for the New York Mets this season. No home runs, 8 RBIs. Against Bob Veale, by the way, who is 5-2. 2.66 ERA so far for the season. He is 5-2, and I think I should do stats. No, yeah, I did. Okay. One of the league leaders in pitching right now, I believe. Let's go back and take a fast look here. I believe he is on the board for ERA. Yes, he is. He is in about the top 10 with 2.68. 2, 4, 6, 8. He's ranked 11th. Turk Farrell of the Houston Astros leads the National League in ERA and 10 players right now. So Bob Veale's going up to see if he can get to play and win. Let's get back to our game. Here is the pitch to Roy McMillan. He is batting .284, and it is a 32 to Mr. McMillan. And he hits out towards our second baseman, Mazeroski. Mazeroski able to make that grab quite easily. Fires over towards our first baseman, Don Clendenin, for the out, and we have 2 down. Coming up is Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith is batting .198 in the third slot here for the New York Mets. 1 home run, 5 RBIs. The Mets as a team this season. Gotta hope this stuff is coming up. It's totally cool. The Mets as a team is hitting only 27 home runs. They are not dead last, but they're heading down that way. Only the LA Dodgers. The LA Dodgers right now are the worst in hitting home runs. But the New York Mets also have 308 strikeouts. They lead the league. They have the most strikeouts of their batters. Their batters obviously are free swingers. A lot of teams are pretty much in that ballpark there. And that's what it looks like right now. And coming to bat is Charlie Smith. Here is the pitch. Charlie Smith hits a 64. And he is struck out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bob Veale. So at the end of one, it's a nothing score. Due up to bat for the Pittsburgh Pirates is Don Clendenin, Bill Mazeroski, and Willie Stargell before he became known as Pops. Coming to bat is Don Clendenin. Don Clendenin's batting .287. He was shut out the last time he played. It was again .346, 1 home run, 17 RBIs for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Here is the pitch to Clendenin. It is a 66, and he's put something on that ball. Let's see how far it's going to go for him. And he hits it out over towards left field, drops on in front of our left fielder Joe Christopher, who's able to fill it right back in, and Don Clendenin gets on with a base hit, first of the game for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Due up the bat here is Bill Mazeroski. Bill Mazeroski's at the plate. Warren Spahn is in the stretch. Clendenin is taking a fairly decent lead out of the way, and he fires curveball. But here we go. Clendenin's on his way towards second base, and fires the tail, throws it out there to our shortstop, and he is safe. Don Clendenin with a stolen base. And the Pirates have a runner on second base here in the top second inning. Two up here is Bill Mazeroski. That is an 0-1 count with the strike as he swung to give interference. Here is the pitch to Mazeroski. It is a 34. And Mazeroski hits a high fly routine ball, though, out towards center field. Coming on in to grab it is our center fielder, Lewis. Lewis makes the play. Clendenin wisely stays at second base, and we have one down. Coming up is Willie Stargell. Currently he's batting .257, 5 home runs, 23 RBIs. For our Pittsburgh Pirates, .333 on base percentage. Warren Spahn's ready. Here is the pitch. It is a 42, and they try to throw back to second base, get Clendenin out, throws it into center field, and Clendenin will get there. Towards third base where he stays. That is an error on Spahn on the poor throw. Clendenin is on third. E1. It will be the call on that. E1. So, the runner is on third. There is only one down here. Now with the runner on third, Mazeroski or Stargell is at the plate. They're going to bring the infield in to see if they can keep Clendenin from scoring. Here is the pitch to Stargell. It is a 65. He's got a piece of the ball. And he hits it though, high foul ball, and they're heading back on third base line, going foul ball. Back goes Smith and McMillan. McMillan is getting back there quicker as it heads about further out, and he makes the grab in foul territory for the out. That is 2 down. Andre Rogers is coming to bat. So far he is batting .292 for the Pirates. 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Clendenin is on third here with 2 down. Spahn is ready. Here is the pitch to Rogers. It is a 54. And he's also got a piece of the ball. However, he hits out towards right field as it starts to roll towards that right field side. Heading out there. Down the line. Going back for it is Svoboda. Svoboda makes the diving grab out there in the corner, and he holds the ball up in the glove. That is 3 down, and the Pirates strand a runner on third base. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 runner left on base at the end of an inning and a half. It is New York Pittsburgh Pirates nothing and the New York Mets nothing. Coming to bat from the New York Mets is Ron Svoboda, Hawk Taylor, and Joe Christopher. Ron Svoboda is batting a .203 right now. He is currently on, though, a 4-game hit streak. With his 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. I am going to look at something here real quick, guys. Bear with me if you're going to see what we can do here. So let's see what we got going on. Let's see if we can play with this real quick and see if I can get this thing to work for me like I want it to. There we go. Alright, I think I can do individual players. Yes, I can. Okay, individual by game. Hopefully you guys can see this, and if you like what I'm doing, let me know. If you don't like what I'm doing, let me know. Ron Svoboda, we're going to look up. Ron Svoboda is so far this season, and like I said, he's currently on his 6-game hitting streak. Has done much, but he's batting .203, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. Okay. Cyrus, I think I have an idea. I don't know if you can pull it off, though. It's going to be real tough, and it's going to require probably one heck of a programming change. See here in the stats, if you could move this over 1 more slot, put the batting average in here, and do it like on a game basis. And see if you can do it that way, and see if that'll work. And that way, there, with the history, we can see how it's going up and down. Okay? That might, if you could do that, yeah. If you can't, don't worry about it. I'm not going to. Ron Svoboda, I'm just grateful for what you've done so far. Everything that the gang has asked for, you've given us. Thank you. And here is the pitch to Svoboda. It is an 11. And Ron Swoboda is still on his hot streak here. This will be his 5th game there he's hitting in a row. He smacks that over first baseman's head, heads down that line. Chasing it down is Clemente. Swoboda's heading on his way towards second base. Clemente gets over there, bobbles the ball just a little bit. He picks it up. Swoboda's into second. They're going to give him the double. Ron Swoboda is on second base on the double, heading over towards first base. Clemente just had a little hard time to handle, not enough to call it an error. Swoboda is on second with the double, and the New York Mets are by mini little threat going here. Hawk Taylor's coming up. Hawk Taylor is batting .200. He's the new catcher for the Mets. This is probably about his 5th game of the season that he's playing. And we can look that up real quick with him. Let's take a look, see what's going on with Mr. Taylor. This is his 5th game. I was right about that. And we'll show you what it looks like in the beginning here, guys. Like I said, we're going to be bringing this up and down as we go along, so bear with us, okay? But I think it's kind of cool, and I like it, and I think everybody needs to see it. You can see where he's gone. He started out hot. His first 2 games, he went 2 for 6, 333 average with a home run, 2 RBIs. Since then, he's got a hit. Walked, struck out 3 times. Last time against the Cubs on the 27th, he has 1 hit, 5 at-bats. Okay. Hawk Taylor's up here. Here is the pitch to Mr. Taylor. From Mr. Taylor, and it is a 42. Oh, no, don't be doing that. And Bob Veale strikes out. Hawk Taylor, that is his 2nd strikeout of the evening. If I remember right, this is a night game. Yes, it is. It is a night game at Shea Stadium. 32,000 people here at the game enjoying a great evening of baseball here over here at Flushing. 2 up is Joe Christopher. There is 1 down. Ron Swoboda is on second base. Joe Christopher is batting .272, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. We're going to see if we try to sacrifice this man over towards third. It is a 45. He's got to worry about that. It is a walk. Bob Veale walks. Joe Christopher runs now on first and second base with 1 down. Coming to bat is Johnny Lewis. Johnny Lewis is batting .263. I believe he's the leading home run hitter for the New York Mets this season. 7 home runs, 17 RBIs. Batting, he's had a season best 11-game hitting streak with the New York Mets. Currently, he is on a little mini streak. The Mets are trying to play competitively this year. They're just not having any luck. Here is the pitch to Lewis. It is a 13. And he is walked. The bases are loaded. Joe Lewis is walked. Bob Veale is in trouble. Coming up to bat is Jim Hickman. Jim Hickman is mired in a huge season-long hitting slump. He is batting .153. Let's see what he's doing his last 10 games here. Excuse me, guys. I do apologize for the hack. I have not been feeling well lately, so again, I do apologize. Let's see what he's been. So let me show you guys what he's been doing the last 10 games. I know, if you guys, like I said, if you guys don't like what I'm doing, let me know. But I think it adds to it, even though obviously I call this a radio broadcast, but I think with the stats and stuff like that, we could do it. And we could sort of call it mini like this. It's like the old 1950s TV when you have the radio guy doing the TV and all that good stuff. I like it. Okay, his last 10 games, batting .182. He has struck out 9 times. He had that little mini 3-game hitting streak, but as you can tell, he just came off a hitting slump. He really is. He's at that 1-4 for 4. He seems to do well against the Cardinals. Can I tell? No. One day I'll sit down, I'll take a couple weeks off, and I'll start putting stats on against teams for the players. You never know what I'm going to come up with. Actually, I can do that now. I forgot about that. Yes, I can. Cyrus, tell me it, but I know I can do it. Alright, so, here we go, and we are in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 1 out. Bases are loaded. The infield is in, as always with my games here. At least with National Pastime. And this play is a 16. And Hickman hits one out, gets through the shortstop's legs, gets underneath them, and he's heading out towards that way. Coming around to score is Swoboda. Coming also around is Christopher. 2 runs will score. Johnny Lewis will take third base. Hickman is on first. And the Mets fire up and take a quick 2-0 lead here on the 2-run RBIs. I just talked about his hitting slump. And he comes through in the clutch. And the Mets have an early 2-0 lead here over the Pittsburgh Pirates. One down, runners are at first and third. Coming to bat is our pitcher, Warren Spahn. And Warren Spahn is at the plate. Here is the pitch. It is a 56, and Spahn got a piece of the ball. Is there going to be any hope for this one here? Let's find out. It is a 22. And he hits a high pop-up over there towards our first base. Waiting for it to come on down is Don Clendenin. The wind swirling it around a little bit. But he is able to make the play, and it is 2 down. Runners around first and third. Spahn pops out. Lewis stays at third. Don Clendenin can fire the ball down that way. Coming up is Bobby Kloss. Bobby Kloss in the first inning hit a pop-up to our second baseman. Here is the play. It is a 34, and he hits it out towards center field. Routine fly ball, though. Manny Motors going over to make the play. Drifts over towards his left, makes the play, and that is it. But the New York Mets scored 2 runs on 2 hits. There were 2 walks. And at the end of 2 innings, it is the New York Mets 2, the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing here at Shea Stadium. Ha! Sure is, Cyrus. I'll tell you what. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I can play with this, just so you know. I threw one suggestion in there if you didn't catch it already. So, just one minor one. I don't know if you can pull it off, but it might work. I don't know. Let me show you real quick. Hopefully you can see this. And let me go back into stats. Right here. This is Russell Boat. I picked him up. Now, obviously, we don't have the current game showing, which is not an issue. Okay, this is historical, not current. But what I was thinking about, Cyrus, is over here where it says opponent. If you could drop another column in here and put a running batting average, if that's possible. I don't need it in the 10 game, but this would do just as good. I can use this just as well. And I forgot we even had this over here, so that's my own fault. We got the 10 game and the 8 game, and I forgot we had this in here. This is my own stupidity. Holy crap. Might be able to take that 8 game and 10 game out, because if you notice, and let me bring in Spahn, okay, and I can drop any pitches down as low as I want. That's why I don't mind. That way I can show pictures. I've got every stat he needs. And the only thing I would need in here is a rolling ERA. At bats, we don't need, because that's batters faced, which is just as good. That's the column you really don't need. What the heck is batters faced? Oh, batters hit. Okay. HB, I think, is the actual correct name for this. But we don't need this. If we could put in a rolling ERA, that'd be perfect too. But look at this. I didn't think about this. My stars. I didn't think. Cyrus, I apologize for putting your guys to work. I really do. I apologize. Okay. I apologize for that. We may be able to get rid of that 10 game and 8 game, and this actually, if you notice, plays on the screen automatically. It's perfect. That is my fault. I apologize. I really do. I put you guys to work for no reason, because I can always get back to play game. We are in the top of the 3rd inning. Coming up to bat for the Pittsburgh Pirates is Del Crandall, Bob Veale, and back to the top of the order, Mr. Bailey. Del Crandall is catching. He's batting .217 so far this season. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Here is the pitch by Spahn. It is a 26, and Del Crandall hits out towards right field. Heading over that way towards the line is our man Russell Boat, and he makes the grab. Oh, nice one-handed catch, and that is 1 down here in the top of the 3rd. And Cyrus, if you can ever tell me how I can hook a scorecard up to this, because I know you guys have got one, and how I can hook a scorecard up to this thing, oh my God. And then I can figure out from there what we can do with it. So, My stars! If you tell, I see your scorecard thing. Mine doesn't work. I don't know whether to download it wrong or not. So that could be me. Coming up to bat is the pitcher Bob Veale with 1 down. Spahn on the mound. Here is the pitch to Veale. It is a 66, and Bob Veale hits a nice little, gets just a nice little punch and judy over our first baseman's head into right field, where Ron Swoboda will come on in to collect that ball real easily, and Bob Veale has got the second hit of the game, trying to help his own cause for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So we have 1 down, runner on first. Spahn is there. Veale is at first base. Spahn is not in the stretch. He's not really worrying about it. The batter is Bob Bailey. Bob Bailey is there, is ready to go. First time up, he struck out. He's one of Warren Spahn's picks. See if we can move Bob Veale over towards second base. Here is the pitch. Come on. There we go. It is a 22. He's going to definitely move him over. And no, he got a good, yes, he did. Nice little sacrifice. As he hits the right down line towards our first baseman, then, excuse me, Hickman comes up, has to pick it up, turns around, fires to Klaus, who's covering the bag. Veale will take second base on the sacrifice hit. And we have 2 down. Coming up is Manny Mota. Manny Mota hit a high pop up to our shortstop first time up. McMillan, here is the pitch. Oh, that didn't count. My God, I put a pen in there by accident. I do apologize. Come on. There you go. 36. And Mota is walked. Runners are on first and second. The Pirates have a little mini threat going. That is Spahn's first walk given up. Due up here at bat is Roberto Clemente. Roberto Clemente is batting like I said, 270. Struck out his last time up. Here is the pitch to Clemente. It is a 34, and I do believe he hits it out, but it's not far enough. Heading back out there towards deep center field where Lewis is playing, and he has the right spot. Comes in a few steps, chases it down, makes the grab. We have 3 down. Pittsburgh Pirates did have the little mini threat. No runs. 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. At the end of 2.5, it is New York Mets 2, the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Coming back for the New York Mets is Roy McMillan, Charlie Smith, and Ron Swoboda. New York Mets are here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The bottom 3rd inning is sponsored by Ballantine Beer. 4 bottles for 89 cents at your local grocery store, convenience store. 16-year-olds can't buy it. I know I was one of those 16-year-olds that bought it without having to get ID'd. That was in 1972. So, that tells you how old I am. Okay. Here we go, guys. Roy McMillan's up, first time up. He ground out to our second baseman, Mazeroski. Here is the pitch. 46, and Roy McMillan has struck out. That is Veale's 3rd strikeout of the game. Due up is Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith, his last time up, also was a victim of a Bob Veale strikeout on a beautiful hook. And here we go. He's in the stretch. He's got the sign. 45. He is walked. Charlie Smith is walked towards first. And so we have a runner on first in Charlie Smith. And if I go back and look at him real quick, hang on here. Let me look at Charlie. I don't have a speed rating. I don't see it, and I'm not considering worry about it. Okay, here we go. Charlie Smith's on first. I'm playing Little C, not steal my own bases. Here is the pitch. Ron Swoboda. Ron Swoboda. Let me just real quick, make sure I'm looking at everything right. Okay, got a double in the 2nd inning and scored the 1st run of the game for the New York Mets. Here is the pitch as we were talking about. This hitting is a little slump. That is a 15 to Swoboda. And he hits out towards our towards our 3rd base, a slow ground ball coming on in to grab it. Will be the 3rd baseman Bailey. Bailey looks over, cannot run through it to second base. Fires first, gets Swoboda out by the step. And Charlie Smith moves over towards second base on the ground ball. Swoboda is out 5-3 for all of you keeping score. Coming up to bat will be Hawk Taylor. Hawk Taylor, his first time up, struck out. He was one of Veale's victims. Here is the pitch to Taylor. It is a 51, and Taylor hits it out. in the hole between third and short base, gets out in there, and a hard ground ball gets out there, hit gets over towards Starger real quick. Smith can only get over towards third, and he will remain there. Hawk Taylor gets a good, nice base hit. He is on first. There is 2 down. Runners are on first and third. Veale is in trouble again. So here is the pitch. Here we go. It is a 63, and I do believe that's going to be heading out towards right field, where our good man, Mr. Clementi's waiting for it, as he had a beat on it before it even started. He's got good eye control on that ball, and he gets Christopher out with the fly ball. That is the 3rd out of the inning, but the New York Mets left 2 runners on base on 1 hit, 1 walk. Against another runner stranded on third. Both teams have been stranding runners on third base this game at the end of 3. The New York Mets 2 and the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. So that's what I like. And I like both too. I keep that. It may work. The thing I like the most is, like, as long as I know all the guys up on top here, and let me show you. I can do this. Hold on, let me get back into the game. Pop. There we go. As long as I know all these guys here and what's in there, I'm fine. Okay, so I have a good time. The only difference is that with the 8 span, if I'm broadcasting, I've got to stop. Bang, bang, bang. If I'm broadcasting though, and I'm going in, I just go right to the statistics. Bang, I've got them. So we've got everything. It's beautiful. I like what I see. Can I keep the game? My birthday's coming up. Okay, here we go for the New York Mets, or for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Coming to bat is Don Clendenin, Bill Mazeroski, and Willie Stargell. Don Clendenin is 1 for 1. He got a base hit in the 2nd inning. He was left stranded on third base, even though he got under on a stolen base and an error. Warren Spahn is on the mound. Here is the pitch. It is a 25, and Clendenin again hits out towards this way, in towards left center field. It's going to drop over to the side, gets in between the batters, but it's short enough that one of them can grab it. Picking up that ball is our left fielder, Joe Christopher, and he throws it back in. Clendenin will stay at first base this time. That is his 2nd hit of the game for Mr. Clendenin, and coming up to bat will be Bill Mazeroski. Clendenin's on first. Mazeroski here is at the plate. Here is the pitch. They're going to try to bust it. They can bunt him along. It is a 32. And Bill Mazeroski hits it out towards down the line also. Has a nice drag bunt heading down the way. He tries to go over their way. Coming down to grab it is our first baseman, Hickman. Turnaround and flips it over towards Klaus. And we have 2 down. That's the 2nd sacrifice for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Our sacrifice hit. Clendenin will take 2nd base. Mazeroski on the sacrifice hit. That is a 3-4 for any of you keeping score. That's the 2nd time that has happened so far this game. Good play. As the Pittsburgh Pirates see if they can get an old-fashioned National League run going on here. Due up here is Willie Stargell. Willie Stargell hit a high foul pop-up out there on the left field side, on the left field side of the bench to our shortstop. McMillan was able to make a sensational catch. Here is the pitch. Stargell, runner is on 2nd base. It is a 14. And Willie Stargell hits out towards left field. Line drive heading out that way. Able to grab it real quick. Right at his glove is Joe Christopher. Clendenin could not move. It was too hard, too fast, and we have 2 down. Don Clendenin's on 2nd base. 2 out. Warren Spahn is starting to remember the old 1950s. Warren Spahn is pitching an excellent game today. Only giving up 3 hits. Coming up to bat is our man, Andre Rogers. Andre Rogers 0 for 1. Flew out 2 right field the first time up. Hi, Ed. There you go. Here is the pitch. What the heck was that? There we go. It is a 16. And he hits out towards our shortstop, McMillan. McMillan's got to grab that ball quickly, fires over towards Hickman for the out, and we have 3 down. Again, no runs, 1 hit, 1 run left on base at the end of 3.5. It is the New York Mets 2, the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Due up for the Mets is Johnny Lewis. Excuse me. My mouse is getting in the way here. There we go. Johnny Lewis, Jim Hickman, and Warren Spahn, the old man. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Johnny Lewis is up. Last time up, he walked. Here is the pitch. It is a 32, and he hits out towards our second base, Mazeroski. Mazeroski is able to get over towards his left side, feels that ball very quickly, flips it over towards Clendenin for the out, and we have one down. 4-3 for those guys. For any of my characters like to keep score here with me. Due up here is Jim Hickman. Jim Hickman, hopefully he snapped off his hitless streak, is now up to 164. Just got 2 more RBIs. Here is the pitch to Hickman by Veale. It is a 33. And Jim Hickman hits another one out there towards right center field. It's going to get in between both of our players as it pops off that wall. Grabbing it real quick in the air is our center fielder Manny Mota. He fires back in, but Hickman is able to get into second base with a stand-up double, as slow as he is. And that is his second hit of the game. So Jim Hickman has 2 of the 4 Mets hits so far this game. He seems to be on a roll. Warren Spahn is up. There is 1 down. And we're going to see if we can do this again. Warren Spahn's going to see if we can get a bunt over there. Here is the pitch. 54. And he got something on it. 15. No, and he hits up. Again, he hits up. He busts down the line in between the pitch first base, but our first baseman Clendenin picks up, flips it over towards Mazeroski for the play. Hickman will take third, and Warren Spahn gets a successful sacrifice hit, 3-4. Hickman is on third with 2 down, and due up is Bobby Kloss. Bobby Kloss so far has popped out and flown out. He's batting 164. He is due to get off this knocker. Here is the pitch to Klaus. It is a 65, and he is walked. Bobby Klaus reaches first on the walk, and the Mets have runners on first and third. Again, that is Bob Veale's 4th walk of the game. Due up is Roy McMillan. Roy McMillan has grounded out to our second baseman on a 4-3 and has struck out in the third. As a reminder, Jim Hickman is on third. Bobby Klaus is on first. Reminder to all our fans out there, please keep your gloves on your side of the wall so that they cannot interfere with baseballs. Here is the pitch. It is a 51. And McMillan gets one, pops over the shortstop's head on a 1-hopper there, getting in that way towards Stargell. Here comes Hickman to score. Klaus will take second base, and McMillan will take first. The Mets take a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. RBI for McMillan. There we go. RBI for McMillan, and the Mets have a 3-0 lead. Charlie Smith is coming to bat. And we're going to take a look at his stats real quick. His batting stats. Obviously, he has not pitched a game. And he has played quite a few games for the Mets. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, yes. No. Yes, I can. There we go. We got it backwards now. Charlie Smith, as you can see, in his last game against the Cubs went 3 for 6. Had an RBI against them in the Mets game. He's had little streaks here and there, not so bad. And and the Mets' last game against the Cubs. Let me look at this real quick. Select the team. The Mets will do just fine. And the Mets actually lost 4-2, but it was a good game. Both teams just hit the heck out of the ball. It's one of the strangest games I've had that I actually have thrown, but that's the way it went. Coming up to bat will be, like I said, Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith so far. Play the game. There we go. Charlie Smith right now is 0 for 1. He has struck out and walked. Here is the pitch by Veale. It is a 21. And Charlie Smith has struck out for the second time this game. 1 run on 2 hits. There was 2 runs left on base at the end of 4 innings. It is the New York Mets, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Pittsburgh Pirates, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Coming back for the Pirates is Del Crandall, Bob Veale, and the top of the order, Bob Bailey. Warren Spahn is in now what they call the tired mode. As of his age, would probably reject that. But we do this game, guys, as everybody understands my quirky little rules. 5 runs or 5 innings. If a pitcher hits a D rating after the 5th inning, that way he does have a chance to get the decision. If the pitcher, though, puts a runner on second base on a hit, then I will automatically replace the pitcher with another one. I have the staff here. I already know who to pick. So we're all set there. And if not, I have other ways. And I hope that I can show you guys. Okay, here we go. One spot to Del Crandall. Del Crandall last time flew to right field. This is a 46. And he hits out towards our third baseman, Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith picks up that ball quickly down that line. Fires to our first baseman. And to our first baseman, Hickman. Hickman scoops it out of the ground. And we have one down. It's on a 5 straight boom boom 5-3 play. Holy crap, my Red Sox won. Quick game. Man, quick game for them. 4-1. Thank you, Boston. That's 2 in a row. Steve Pearce smacked another one, by the way. I want to see you guys get stats on Steve Pearce in this game. He's been playing for a long time. Come to find out, this man can hit for 1 year, and then the second year he does nothing. Weird. Bob Veale is the batter. One down. Here is the pitch by Spahn. It is a 63. And Warren Spahn strikes out Bob Veale this time, as Bob Veale got one of the hits for the Pirates in the 3rd inning. He was 1 for 1. That is Warren Spahn's 3rd strikeout of the game to go along with 1 walk. And due up here is Bob Bailey. Bob Bailey got a sacrifice hit, 3-4, and he struck out. Here is the pitch to Bailey. It is a 64, and Warren Spahn is starting to think he's back to his old days. Has struck out Bob Bailey. I do believe that is his 4th strikeout. Sure is. Coming to bat, and that ends the top of the 4th inning. Top of the 5th inning. Coming to bat from there is Ron Swoboda, Hawk Taylor, and Joe Christopher. For anybody who understands how I do my games, and this is obvious because this is our radio broadcast of the National Pastime League and the Cardiac League Baseball. Where now it's card, not cardiac yet, but you guys know anything can happen. So we have a 3-0 lead. It is an official game. If anything happens, including if this computer should shut down, I will stop the game. It is an official ball game right now. The one thing we don't have in this game is rainouts. So we do need to think about a curveball in there for rainouts. That would be just cute. Just for it to happen. Or in case of the Houston Astros, the electricity falls. That would be a cute little play to throw in there on occasion. I'm not sure how to pull that one off. That would be a surprise. Because then we can always replay games. Though the baseball ref schedule calls for it. So that's the one thing. So we don't even have to do it ourselves. Because we don't have to schedule the way it is. We have to schedule the way it was played. Which is no complaint. Not at all. You'll see it when I get into my 1978 league. When I get back into there about 6 months from now, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that one next. 1978 league next, and what you'll see is that the Boston Red Sox on a Friday night did not play May 4th, 1978. They did not play. The game was rained out, or the 5th. It was rained out, but they did not play a doubleheader the next day. Baseball Reference shows it. If I go in here in 1978, look at May 5th, I will see a Red Sox doubleheader. I will not see the game on the 4th. So, I no complaint. That's why I say it'd be tough to do, and it would be better on us putting the schedule back the way we were, and I would really rather not do that because it would make the game very difficult. Anyway, Ron Swoboda is up to bat. He is 1 for 2 today, double and a ground out. Here is the pitch. Here is the pitch. 51. And he hits that toward short, gets just past shortstop's glove. Andre Rogers, as it gets in there towards left center field, couldn't pick it up, is Manny Mota, and Ron Swoboda is on for the 2nd time this game with a base hit. Hawk Taylor is coming up. Hawk Taylor is 1 for 2 today. He singled in the third, struck out in the second. Here is the pitch by Veale. And it is a 31. And Taylor has struck out for the second time this game, so Bota is on first. Coming to bat is Joe Christopher. Sabota's on first. Veale, that is his fifth strikeout to go along with 4 walks. He's a little on the wild side today. Christopher has a base hit and a fly out and scored one of the 3 Mets runs here so far this game. I got a pen that's getting ready to leak on me. Shoot. Here we go. Veale's in the stretch. He's going to keep his high rating though, so no complaints. He's got a higher rating than most. And that is a 16. Bob Veale hits out. It's a multi-hopper out there towards our shortstop. Coming to pick it up right there is Andre Rogers. Knows he can't make the play at second base, so he fires towards first. Makes the play. We have 2 down. 6-3. So Bota will take second. We'll take second on that. That is not a sacrifice, guys, if anybody wants to know. And the batter is Johnny Lewis. Johnny Lewis has walked and he has grounded out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Here we go. Bob Veale's at the mound. Here's the pitch. And it's a 21. And Johnny Lewis has struck out. That is Veale's 6th strikeout of the game. And no runs. 1 hit, 1 run left on base at the end of 5. It is the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. The New York Mets 3. Coming to bat for the Pittsburgh Pirates is Manny Mota, Roberto Clemente, and Don Clendenin. We are in the 6th inning, so the second base rule now goes into effect against Warren Spahn. The New York Mets are starting to bring pitchers up onto the highest strat. How's it going? Yeah, I know, but I like this anyway. I'll keep it this way. I'm not going to even argue over spell. I'm not even going to argue over syntax. Jim Bethke is starting to warm up in the mound for the New York Mets. Strat, hope you're doing well. Hope things are going well. I haven't seen one of your games in a while. I'm looking forward to one of your games. What you got for a new project, or are you getting ready for football season, which is always possible. But I think I'm waiting to see one of your Strat games to come up. Here is the pitch to Mota, 63, and Manny Mota hits it deep out towards center field. Waiting back there at the warning track is our center fielder Lewis. Makes the grab, and Manny Mota is out. And we have 1 down. Now I'm hoping my fellow MP3 game player shows up so you can see a lot of this. Is Beatles Eternal. Unless he's on his way over towards the United States, fine, because Beat would like what I think Beatles would like what he sees, and also he's a Pittsburgh Pirate fan. Roberto Clemente is up. So far today he has struck out and flown out to center field. Here is the pitch by Spahn. Spahn has got Clemente on a hold. 61, and Roberto Clemente hits out towards our shortstop McMillan. He's on it. He's definitely on his horse. McMillan's also on his horse. Fires to Hickman. Gets Clemente out by half a step, and ART is glaring at the umpire on that call. But as we can never tell, because this is 1965, he is out. He may want to argue it, but he is not going to. Don Clendenin is coming up. Don Clendenin so far today is 2 for 2. He's been the one Pirate success story. He has a single and he has 2 base hits, reached second base on a stolen base, and the third on an air. He's been stranded. Here is the pitch to Clendenin. It is a 42, and Spahn finally gets Clendenin out with a nice low dropping sinker. That is 3 down. And for the second straight inning, it is a 1-2-3 inning for the New York Mets. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base, and at the end of 5.5 innings, it's New York Mets 3, Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Coming to bat for the New York Mets is Jim Hickman, Warren Spahn, and Bobby Klaus. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning of a very well-played game here at Shea Stadium tonight. The New York Mets are hanging on to a 3-0 lead. They have been known to get leads blown a little bit here in their games. It does happen with the Mets. They are currently in last place. The Pirates right now are locked into a duel with the Cincinnati Reds for first place in the 1965 season. If you look in Baseball Reference and all the other guys, believe it or not, the Pittsburgh Pirates were almost in last place. They and the Mets were slugging it out very early in the season. Here is the pitch to Jim Hickman. It is a 31, and Jim Hickman is walked. is the third time he's been on base this game. He is doing great. Warren Spahn is coming to bat. You know what's coming. Everybody knows what's coming. Here we go. It's a butt try. He's got it laid out there. 55 this time. And no! Bob Veale decided they was going to do that and tried to get Spahn to work on that and ends up walking Spahn. That is Veale's 6th walk we have. 2 runners on base here in the game. It is a 3-0 lead. Mets coming to bat is Bobby Kloss. Runners are on first and second. Bob Veale has walked 6 batters today. A very, very rare game for Mr. Veale. And here we go. Here is the pitch. It is an 11 to Bobby Kloss. That spells trouble. It always does. And Bobby Voss hits out deep towards left center field. Trying to get back that way is Willie Stargell's going to get over his head. Hits off the bottom of that wall as it caroms off it. Here comes Hickman and here comes Spahn. 2 runs will score for the Mets. No, hold on here. No, that was different. Stargell fires into our shortstop, who fires into his catcher, and they thought Spahn was safe, but he is out. 7-6-2 is the play on Warren Spahn. 7-6-2. Only 1 run scores. Kloss will take second base. With the double on a fine relay by our left fielder, Willie Stargell and Andre Rogers to get Spahn out, nailing at the plate. They thought he was safe, and no, he was out. 7-6-2 on the play. We have 1 down, runner on second base. Very, very exciting baseball going on here, and the Mets have a 4-0 lead. Coming up to bat is Roy McMillan. Roy McMillan so far is 1 for 3. Base hit in the 4th and an RBI. Struck out, and he has grounded out. Here is the pitch. It is a 45, and he is walked. And Roy McMillan is on first. That is the 7th walk given up by Bob Veale this game. That is my one of my other lone complaints too. If I throw 45, I automatically know it's a walk. It's like every batter has that number as a walk. And I think for surprises again, you may want to think about spreading that out. But that's what pretty much every batter in the game. Same thing with a couple of these other ones. If I throw a certain number, I know it's a strikeout. 21 is a strikeout automatically. So those are automatics. Here we go. Runs on first and second. Charlie Smith is up. Charlie Smith so far is 0 for 2 today. Here is the pitch. 63, and he hits out towards right field. Coming on in to grab that ball. Clemente grabs that ball. They are not going to try to throw it against him, and we have 2 down. Ron Swoboda's coming up. Ron Swoboda is 2 for 3. Has a double, single, ground out, scored a run. He's having himself a game. Improved his average up to 215 so far. Runners on first and second, 2 down. Here is the pitch. Come on. There we go. It is a 22. And Ron Swoboda hits out towards our third baseman. Veale fails to get that ball up real quick and fires over towards first for the out, and that is 3 down. Well, I could change that and step on the bag. Actually, I am going to change that. He can do that. Ground ball over towards Bob Veale. Goes over, steps on the bag at third for the easy play, and that is 3 down. 5 unassisted. At the end of 6 innings, the New York Mets have 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Pittsburgh Pirates, no runs, 3 hits, and no errors. And coming up to bat for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the top of the 7th inning, here is Bill Mazeroski, Willie Stargell, and Andre Rogers. Warren Spahn's hanging in there, throwing a beautiful game right now. Bill Mazeroski's up. He is so far today 0 for 1, and he has a sacrifice hit. Here's the pitch. It is a 12. And he's got something on the ball. How much does he have? Enough to get out towards our second baseman. Best fires out down second base. Gets close to that bag. Diving for his our man. Klaus on his knees fires towards first. Makes the play, and Mazeroski is out. 4-3 on that play, and a great, fantastic throw, and his great stop by our man. We have 1 down in the top of the 7th inning. Due up is Willie Stargell. Willie Stargell so far in this game has popped out to ball out to the shortstop and flown out to left field. He is 0 for 2. Here is the pitch by Spahn. And 32. And Mazeroski hits out towards our second baseman. A nice routine play this time. And Klaus able to get up real easy. Takes his time, throws it towards first, makes the grab we have, and Hickman makes the play we have. 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Give me a second here. I need to dry my hands off just a little bit. It is 75 degrees here in Maine, guys, okay? This is something we are not used to over here in Maine. I've got a fan blasting behind me. Honey Bunny's got the heat monitor set up as an air conditioner, and it is muggy. So I have to constantly dry my hands. If I don't, the dice will get wet and the dice don't throw correctly. I have a new, all you guys who play Dungeons & Dragons stuff, that you know these dice towers. I took advantage of this. It's perfect. Here we go. Here is the pitch to Andre Rogers. It's a 33. And Andre Rogers has put something on the ball there. Come on. There we go. 52. And Andre Rogers hits out towards left field. Drops on in down that way. Picking up will be our left fielder, Joe Christopher. And Andre Rogers gets his first into the game, the 4th in the game for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Due up here is Del Crandall. Warren Spahn in the stretch. Throws it in, fires a fastball in there. Crandall takes the swing. There goes Rogers, throwing it out there as Hawk Taylor, but he doesn't get it in time. He can't get the tag down in time. McMillan just couldn't do it that quickly. He wasn't fast enough on the throw, and Rogers will take the stolen base. That is the 2nd stolen base of the game for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Spahn will stay because that was a stolen base, not a hit. So if a base hit does show up, though, Spahn will be done. Del Crandall is on a count of 0-1. Here is the pitch. Oh, that was a bad throw. Let me do that again. Doesn't happen often. When it does, it's weird. There we go, 64. And Del Crandall hits out towards our first baseman. Hickman was playing back. He gets the ball there. Spahn gets over there, and Hickman flips 2. Spahn 3-1, and we have 3 down. No runs, 1 hit, 1 run left on base at the end of 6.5 innings. It is the New York Mets 4, the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing, and let's hear it for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. That was sung by the Mormon Cracker Barrel chorus, as you can tell. And coming back for the New York Mets will be Hawk Taylor, Joe Christopher, and Johnny Lewis. Hawk Taylor is 1 for 3 today. Got a base hit, struck out twice. Bob Veale is on the mound. Here he's on, starting to get his way towards it. Just a hair tired. Here is the pitch to Taylor. It is a 34, and he has got a piece of the ball. Is he going to get a break here? 26. No, he is not, and he hits out towards center field, getting out back that way. It's heading out. Is it going to be far enough? Is there a chance it's getting out there towards the wall? Maul is getting back there. Looks like he's going to get that wall. Gets on up there in the air. Pulls the ball back in, and Taylor is out. Fly ball out there towards center field. Milner steals it back and saves the run for the Pirates. And Hawk Taylor is just frustrated on a great hit. Could have been a good home run for him. Congratulations to Manny Mota on a fine catch this day. Coming up to bat is Joe Christopher. Joe Christopher is so far is 0 for 2. Reached on a walk, scored a run. Here is the pitch. It is a 22, and Joe Christopher hits a nice little base hit out there towards right field. Gets away, line drive. Hickman is trying to get up there. He's not going to get to it in time, and Christopher will take first base on the base hit. We have a runner on first, 1 down. 2 up is Johnny Lewis. Johnny Lewis so far today is 0 for 2. He has walked, struck out, grounded out to second base. Here is the pitch. It is a 33, and Johnny Lewis gets a nice little base hit out there into the outfield. Looks like Bob Veale might be getting just a little bit tired. Joe Christopher heads out towards second base. He will stay there. Johnny Lewis will take first, and the Mets have runners on first and second here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Due up is Jim Hickman. So far, Jim Hickman today is 2 for 2. He has walked. Got a single and a double. Knocked in 2 runs and scored 1 himself. Scored 2 runs himself so far, according to this thing. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes, he did. He scored in the 6th. Sorry about that. That's right, he did. I messed up my scorecard, guys. Okay, he did. He scored off his walk. That's right, because Spahn got nailed at the plate. He is up to bat. He is just having a whale of a game today. So far, he is the player of the game. Here is the pitch. Come on. There we go. It's a 34. And he hits out towards center field. Nice short little fly ball coming on in. This will be our man, Mota. Mota does make the play on the fly ball, and we have 2 down. Warren Spahn's coming with the bat. There will be no trying for a sacrifice hit this time. There is 2 down. Here is the pitch. Can Warren Spahn help his cause? It is a 14. And he hits out towards left field. Waiting for this one to come at him is Willie Stargell as he was playing shallow. And he makes the play. No runs. 2 hits, 2 runners left on base at the end of 7 full. It is the New York Mets 4, the Pittsburgh Pirates nothing. Due up the bat for the Pirates is Bob Veale, but we're probably in the top 8, but it will be a pinch hitter in this case here. Bob Bailey and Manny Mota. We're going to bring in a pinch hitter for Bob Veale. Oh, hi guys, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, good night. Stretch, perfect. Glad to see you there. I love Thanks, I sing like my mother. And she just turned 87 today, so hopefully she had a good birthday. We took her out to go see Oklahoma up here. If you ever get up here to Maine, CJ, if you get up here to Maine, Cyrus, we have an old school summer stock theater. Obviously, it's no longer old school, though a few players do come up on occasion. Peter Scolari's been up here, so hasn't Sally Struthers. It's called They Got for Playoffs. Took them on to see Oklahoma a while back. Pretty good. They did well. And they're doing the Jersey Boys in October. We're going to go take her out to see that one, too. Myself, in 2 weeks, I'm going down to Boston. I'm going to go see the Book of Mormon. But yeah, come on out to the East Coast. You might like it out here. Great restaurants, good food. Lobster's cheaper, too. Here we go. We're going to put in a VR, and this is where the deviation from the game hits on occasion. The Pirates are not winning, they're losing. They won the game versus 6-1, and Bob Veale obviously pitched a complete game. I get to choose. There was nobody who came in to pitch. Now, this is the one thing I can't do, Cyrus, and I wish I could. We're all trying to figure out how to do this in OBS. It's how to show the internet. Because I can show this actual scorecard, and scoreboard, and I can't. We're all trying to figure it out. It's a work in progress, and there are about 10 of us working on it. So, if we figure it out, we will let you know. So we're going to bring in a pinch hitter for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Coming in to pinch hit. And hold on here. No, not yet. Let me bring in my other stuff. So we're going to take a look at the Pirates. They're the visitors' bench. This is their bench. Okay. Their actual games they played, as you can see. And let's see if this is up. Let's see if this is posting up. I want to look at this real quick. Yes, it is. Good. Good. It does show. Okay, as you can see, these guys have played. They've played quite a few games so far this season. We have pinch hitters. Oh, yeah, Smokey Burns was with the Pirates at 65. And if I do this, for everybody who doesn't know, for my guys who watch the games for me, all I do is click on the visitors bench. This is what popped up. Okay, now I can click on anybody in the grid to close. It tells you how many games they played for real, how many games they got in there as defense, and how many plate appearances they had so far in the replay, okay? But this is the actual plate appearance they had for the season and the replays. The idea is to keep me from going over. That's not going to happen. I know on some of these players I'm going to go over, some of these players I'm going to go under. It's going to happen. Now what I can do, and I think I can I? No, can't do it on this one, okay. Alright. Can't do it on this one. Alright, nope. The pictures though, let me show you something real quick. Let me show you guys something, because Veale's obviously going to get replaced, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a pitcher. The pitchers that I have for the Pittsburgh Pirates are these guys right here. And this tells you what games they played, okay, how many innings they've pitched, and how many games I've put them in so far. The games I put them in are in parentheses. Obviously, I have the starters here. Joe Gibbons is about ready to run out of start. Obviously, he's going to go down, and I'll have to do that in the transactions down the road. This tells you the innings that they've pitched. Hi, Jester. This tells you the innings that they've pitched so far. Some of these guys I've brought in, some I haven't, some I should. Tommy Sis is a long reliever, as you can tell here, in any spot starter. You can see that already. Joe Gibbons was another one. Now, the other thing I can do, though, is this. Okay, let me bring this up. Okay? This is very important. Okay? This is the pitcher ratings according to National Pastime. This is their grade, and if any guys who've ever played APA know this stuff. This is their grade. For relievers, this is how many batters they can face before this grade drops on them. Though it can be adjusted for other things and their cutoffs. For all these batters, there are D's automatically if they have 13 here and 13 here. That will drop them down to the cutoff, which brings them down to a D. I do believe this involves hits, walks. I'm not sure because I don't have an owner's manual. I've never played APA in my life. So this is going to be new for me. And a good case of point is like Don Cardinal, who pitches. He has a base of 3. He can face 3 batters, he'll drop down to C. If he gets, I think out of 3 batters, if he gets like 6 hits or walks, strikeouts, it drops down to a D. But after 8 batters, he automatically drops. He automatically cuts down. And that's what it looks like to me. And that's what it is. So, let's get the pinch hitter in for Bob Veale first, okay? I'm going to bring in Bill Verdon. And I'll show you why, I'll show you why. Let me show you guys why. Bill Verdon's coming on in. I don't think I can do this. This I can do here. This I like, okay? This is batting stat line for the last 18 games. He's currently batting .309 for the Pirates. He got 26 hits, 27th off his life, went 2 for 5 with the double and a base hit. He's a perfectly good pinch hitter. He's tried 3 times, so he hasn't got any hits. Been in 34 games, 6 doubles, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Does have a keen eye for the walks. Fairly good eye. Strikes out only 8 times so far this season out of 145 plate appearances. That is an excellent ratio. So we're going to bring in Bill Verdon. He will come in to pinch hit. And here is the pitch by Spahn in the top of the 8th inning. Come on. There you go. Okay. And it is a 66. This one works. Here is the pitch. It's an 11. And Bill Verdon hits one out that's heading out back the way in out towards the right field fence. He hit a rocket. All a boy can do is he just looks up and watches it go into the cheap seats. And the Pirates finally have a run. First run of the game for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Spahn is just loaded as he just slaps his glove against his leg. He had one going today, folks, but it's still all right. Bill Verdon hits a home run, and that will be his 2nd of the season, I believe it was. So the Pirates get their first run of the game off their 5th hit of the game here in the top 8th inning. Coming to bat will be Bob Bailey. Yes, I keep Spahn in. I can only count the first run. Here is the pitch, because it wasn't one of those type of things that just have multiple runners. 61 going to Bob Bailey. He hits out towards our shortstop. McMillan's able to get that ball rather easily. Fires over towards first, and Bob Bailey is out. He went 0 for 3 today with that sacrifice. Coming bat is Manny Mota. Manny Mota so far today is 0 for 2 with a walk. His average has dropped it down to 260. Here is the pitch. It is a 66. And Manny Mota's got a threat going on here. 52. And he's got a chance. 66. And it is going to be a double. Manny Mota will take second base, hits out there towards right center field, bounces off the top of the wall, drops on back in. Grabbing it will be Lewis. He will fire it back in, and Mota is on second. And that will be it for Warren Spahn for the day. We have a runner on second base. He is in the D mode, and we've already scored a run. Coming to pitch for the New York Mets will be Jim Bethke. Jim Bethke so far has been in 11 games. He has a 2-point. Whoops, let's see if this shows up. Hold on. Ah, I didn't see this. Okay. There we go. I apologize. This way's just as good. Jim Betsky so far this will be his 12th game. Last time out was on the 26th of base, struck out 3 in an inning and a third. Has 1 save so far, thrown 13 2/3 innings, given up 4 runs, all 4 were earned, walked 4, struck out 9. Has given up 1 long ball that was way back against Cincinnati Reds. I believe we should have taken I think the game was a blowout in the first place on the 30th of April. Has an ERA of 2.63. So let's see if Betsky can close the game for Spahn today. And Betsky, by the way, as I can show, and I'll show you here real quick. Hold on here. Let me cancel out. We'll bring him out here. Betsky would be a lot of pitch to love best. It's not a bad choice. He's a C-rated pitcher. He will be cut off once he gets his 11th batter. Hopefully he will not have to worry about that problem. That's why I brought him in. I'd bring in Tug McGraw, but Tug McGraw has just been poor this year for the Mets. And so far, Betsky has been involved in 11 games. They've got the 14 innings, as you can see here. Is a right-handed thrower. Doesn't start any games. He was involved in 25 games for the Mets. Yeah, I'm going to overrun. Mets not been one of my better teams. Here is the pitch, too. Come to bat will be Roberto Clemente. Whoop, let's bring him in. That's still Spahn. Hold on. There we go, Betsky. There we go. Jim Betsky is in. Here is the pitch to Clemente. It is a 56, and Clemente gets a piece of the ball. 26 on that. He hits the high fly ball heading out there towards our second base. He gets out there in towards the outfield. Kloss ready for it, waits for it, comes on down, makes the grab out there in the outfield as he waves back for Boulder, and we have 2 down. Coming up is Don Clendenin. Don Clendenin so far is 2 for 3. He was Warren Spahn's killer, sort of. Double single, no runs scored, struck out once. Here is the pitch. It is a 22, and he's going to get a hit on this one here. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. What happens with the Mets? 46. And Don Clendenin hits out towards left center field. Tries to reach out for it. There is our center fielder, Johnny Lewis. Lewis gets that glove out, tries to reach for it, misses the ball, heads out towards the wall. Backing him up is our left fielder, Christopher. Christopher fires it back in. Here comes Motomo's going to score the second run of the game for the Pirates. Clendenin will slide into second base. And we have a runner on second base double. The run is against Spahn. And we have a 4-2 game. Betsky's got to hold out here. 2 down. Here is the pitch. Bill Mazeroski is the batter. He is 0 for 2 today with the sacrifice hit. Here is the pitch. It is a 21. And Mazeroski hits out towards left center field. Christopher is heading back that way. Steps out in front of the warning track. Makes the grab. We have 3 down. But the Pittsburgh Pirates put 2 runs up on a home run by Bill Verdon and a double and a pair of doubles. 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 run left on base at the end of 7.5 innings. It is the New York Mets 4, the Pittsburgh Pirates 2, and we are now in the Cardiac League. Bill Verdon will not be pitching. I need to find a pitcher for the Pirates. Let's hope we can get somebody in here. Okay. No, we're not going to bring in him. Okay, let me look see what we got here. Hold on, I got my favorites here, guys, so bear with me here. Good one to go with. Okay, let me show you how I'm bringing in. I'm bringing in Al McBean, who I'm going to be coming in here. So let's bring him up real quick. Okay. There we go. Al McBean is coming in. Al McBean, this will be his 21st game of the season. He has 6 saves, 2 of them blown. He has given up. He's blown 2 saves so far this season, including one on the 23rd against the Pirates, where he gave up a home run. Struck out 3, walked 3. The terrible thing for him to do that kind of noise, but it happens to the best of us. He's 31 2/3 innings, given up 30 hits, 8 runs. That's all he's given up the entire season. Like I say, he has 6 saves. I believe he leads the National League in saves. It's not him, it's Don Schwall. The Pirates lead the National League in saves. He has 6 walks to go along with 20 strikeouts. Very good. Not a bad ratio. Has an ERA of 2.27. Last time out on the 25th, he pitched a full inning, gave up a hit against the Chicago Cubs. Last save against the Cincinnati Reds on the 19th, I had to throw to one batter. So Al McBean will be coming to throw for Bob Veale. It's 4-2 game. Coming to bat is Bobby Klaus. Here is the pitcher. It is a 53, and Klaus gets on first base as he hits out towards shortstop. Grabbing that ball real quickly is our shortstop, Andre Rogers. Fires over towards first, pulls Clendenon off the bag, and we have an error. Bobby Klaus is on E6. In the bottom of the 8th inning, on a throwing error by our shortstop, Andre Rogers. E6. Klaus is on first, McBean is in the stretch. Coming to bat will be Roy McMillan. Roy McMillan is 1 for 3, has a walk, base hit, strikeout, and he's ground out. Here is the pitch to McMillan. Come on. There you go. It's a 51. And McMillan hits out towards our third baseman. Veale's able to get in there. Looks over. Klaus is already heading towards second base. He will make it there. Veale fires towards first for the play. We have one down here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the New York Mets. They are leading 4-2 here. Due up to bat is Charlie Smith. Charlie Smith has walked, struck out twice, and has flown out. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Al McBean is on the mound, relieving Bob Veale here in the 8th. Here's the pitch. It is a 45, and I do believe that is a walk. Charlie Smith has walked. And we have runners on first and second. Coming to bat is Ron Swoboda. Ron Swoboda is 2 for 4. He has ground out to the third baseman, base hit, and a double. Here is the pitch. It is a 46, and Swoboda is struck out by McBean. Nice pitch by McBean. We have 2 down. Runners are on first and second. McBean's trying to hold the game in. Try not to make it a runaway for the New York Mets. Due up is Hawk Taylor. Hawk Taylor so far has struck out twice, got a base hit, and flown out deep to center field on a great play by Manny Mota. Here is the pitch. It is a 62, and Hawk Taylor hits out towards our shortstop, Rogers. Rogers flips it to the easy place towards second base. He makes the tag, and makes the force out, and we have 3 down. No runs, 1 hit. 2 runners left on base. At the end of 8 full innings, it's the New York Mets 4, the Pittsburgh Pirates 2. Due up for the Pirates is Willie Stargell, Andre Rogers, and Del Crandall. Jim Bethke's on the mound, trying to go for his second save of the season for the New York Mets. Mets are up here 4-2. Oh, okay, thanks. Al, how you doing? Good to see you, partner. You're just in time to enjoy this. This is a new beta that Cyrus was very nice to let me play with. A few more changes. I think everybody will like what he's done with this. I like what he's done with this. I'll show you a couple of cute ones here too. Once I get done, I'll show you what was done. I think you'll appreciate it. Everything that we've asked for, Al. That we talked about this back in April. And I started first doing National Pastime after I got through bitching about them and screaming at them because of what they've done. Has been done. We got stats. This is Stat City, and the gameplay. You're not going to change the gameplay, okay? That's not going to happen. By the way, I hope you enjoyed the baseball game today. So we're in the top of the 9th inning. Jim Bethke is going for the save for New York Mets in relief of Warren Spahn, who pitched 7 innings of perfect shutout ball, gave up a home run to Bill Burton in the 8th inning, and Manny Mota on second base. Here is the pitch to Willie Stargell. It is a 41, and Bethke gets the hit out towards our shortstop, McMillan. McMillan's been a busy man today, and it's out 6-2-3. Nice ground ball. There's 1 down. Andre Rogers is due up. Andre Rogers today so far is 1 for 3. Got a base hit, stole second base, and was left stranded. Here is the pitch. Okay. It is a 34, and he's got a piece of the ball. Where it goes, nobody knows. And he hits out towards center field. It's a shallow fly ball. They're playing deep, trying to avoid any doubles. Here comes Lewis. Lewis comes on in, dives for the ball, makes the diving catch coming on in. And we have 2 down, and there's a beautiful green on that Met uniform of Johnny Lewis. 2 down on a fantastic running catch. Coming up to bat is Del Crandall. He is the hope for the Mets, or for the Pirates. Here is the pitch. It is a 63, and Del Crandall hits a fly ball out towards center field. Routine this time for Johnny Lewis, and he makes the grab, and it is 3 down. That is the ball game. The New York Mets win this one. For the New York Mets, 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, 2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. As I always ask, give me about 2 minutes, give me about 30 seconds here while I set this up, and we will get the final box score and the stats. This is 528. Open up my box as I moved everything into the new place. And there we go. Okay. Jim Bethke gets the save. That will be his second save of the season for the New York Mets as he lowers the ERA down to 2.35. Now, let's go ahead and bring our text file up as we always do. Let me do my thing here, guys. Okay. By the way, Cyrus, for anybody who wants to know, this alone is worth it. To be able to do this or the other box score, if I want to do the newspaper style box score, is worth it. This is worth the game alone. And if you're not sure, just go to Skeetersoft. You just go to your Skeetersoft ink. I have the 1965 season locked and loaded in there in full. Every game I've played in 1965 is in there, including a few little comments. Okay, as my friend Al, Red Sox fan, has always shown me and always taught me when I first started playing the game, let's do the pitching first. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, Bob Veale pitched 7 really good innings. Okay, he just caught a bad break. 4 runs on 9 hits, all 4 earned. He did walk 7, struck out 6. The ERA is now at 2.89. For Al McBean came in, pitched the inning, walked 1, struck out 1, brought his ERA back down to 2.20 as he starts to redeem himself for his few bad outings. For the New York Mets, Warren Spahn went 7 1/3. He pitched a great game, 2 runs, 6 hits. He pitched like the Warren Spahn of old. Walked 1, struck out 5. Did give up the long ball to our man Bill Vernon, who hit his second of the season. Jim Bethke came in relief, pitched 1 2/3 innings, gave up a hit. Faced 6 batters, has the ERA of 2.35. Homer again. Warren Spahn gave up his 14th home run of the season to Bill Vernon in the 8th inning. For the Mets, for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Manny Mota went 1 for 3 with his double, and he scored the Pirates' second run. Don Clendenin did go 3 for 4, did have a double, and which knocked in Manny Mota, and he has one of the RBIs. Bill Vernon came in, pinch hit, got that home run. That's about it. Bob Veale actually tried to help his own cause with 1 for 2, and now his batting average of 107. Pittsburgh Pirates, as a team, are still having batting issues, as you can see here. Don Clendenin for the regular sleeve with a 2.9. Actually, Bill Vernon is 314. Don Clendenin is 299. Roberto Clemente is not having a Roberto Clemente season. That goes with it. Baseball is just a throw of the dice. Andre Rogers gave up his 3rd error. Had his 3rd error of the game of the season. Don Clendenin hit his 9th double. Manny Mota hit his 6th. Again, Bill Vernon had his 2nd home run and his 6th RBI. As normally he's a leadoff hitter. Don Clendenin hit his 18th RBI. Bob Bailey, Bill Mazeroski both had sacrifice hits. Don Clendenin stole his 4th base. Andre Rogers stole his 2nd. For the New York Mets, Billy Klaus had his lone hit with a double. Knocked in a run. Roy McMillan 1 for 4, also knocked in a run. Ross Boyd went 2 for 5 with a double. Scored a run, did not knock in any. Hawk Taylor went 1 for 5 himself. Joe Christopher 1 for 3, had a walk. Scored a run. Johnny Lewis went 1 for 3. Jim Hickman, who I will call will be the player of the game. He got the first 2 runs in for the Mets. Went 2 for 3 with a double. 2 RBIs. Looks like he may have snapped out of his hitting slump. Can never tell because most of the Mets are batting below the Mendoza line, as you can see here. It's not for lack of trying. The pitching's keeping in. They are in dead last. Remember that. Or they actually are not now. They're ahead of the Phillies. Warren Spahn had the lone error for the New York Mets as he threw the ball away on a pickoff attempt. Jim Hickman had his 5th double. Bob Klaus had his 5th double. Sabota had his 6th. No home runs by the Mets. Hickman did have 2 RBIs. Klaus had 10. McMill had 9. Warren Spahn got the sacrifice hit. Nobody hit the double plays today. That is what it looks like here. I got to put this down. I got to save it for later on because I add a picture. I will add Jim Hickman's picture to the Skeeter Soft thing. Now, Al, let me show you what has been done. Okay? First off, let me go into the as-play schedule. Let me move this game over. Excellent game, by the way. So, very well done. The dice. Once I got the dice away, I got the tower and I've got baby powder on my dice. Everything works well. I'll transfer the starting lineup, so I'll just leave it like that. No, I will not be doing another game for a while. Okay, Al, for starters, this is called Team by Team. They added this in. As you see now, and let's look at the National League, because earlier I showed it to Cyrus. Now I have the Pirates with no wins against the Mets, are team number 16, by the way. These are the teams, they're these guys right here, okay? Alright? It just takes a quick look-see. The Mets have won their 14th game. They've got their first victory over the Pirates, which is right here, where my arrow is. This is the first victory for the Mets over the Pirates, okay? Right now, the big team that's doing something is the St. Louis Cardinals. They have 7 wins against the Phillies, 1. Okay? There are teams that still have yet to beat the other guy. The Giants have beaten the Cardinals all 3 times. Okay, the Giants and the Reds have played 1 game. They're doing it right now, and they're also on that weekend series with the Reds. National League scheduling, that's the way it goes. The Pirates still have beaten the Astros 5 times. The Astros have 2 victories over the Pirates. The Astros right now are playing the Braves, and that's what's going on right now. Cincinnati Reds have 6 wins over the very Mets. The Mets have beaten the Reds twice. So you can see this 205-205, so it works. Over in the American League, okay, the Detroit Tigers have beaten the Baltimore Orioles 7 times. They've beaten the Boston Red Sox 6. They own these 2 teams. And they are in 2nd place. Same thing with the Chicago White Sox. The Chicago White Sox have beaten the Kansas City Athletics 6 times, the Minnesota Twins 6 times. That's why the Twins right now are not leading the league. If you remember 1965, the Twins won the pennant, not the Chicago. Right now it looks like the White Sox are heading that way. So that's what happens. In some of the other stats, and I've got a bunch of them in here, we'll go into the game. We now have extra base hits, who's done what by teams, by players, and even by individual team players, and in their games. Extra base hits. I've got the Red Sox up, it looks pretty good. That's a good way to look at it. And you can do it by the individual player, too. Yeah, that's a good point. Yes, has hits, and these are all just extra base hits, doubles, triples. Yes, you have to hit a home run this season. I'm sorry, it's the way it works. But it's total bases, okay, and I don't know if we got a total down here or not. Nope, I don't, okay. I don't have the total base total in here, but as you can see, he's not doing that bad. He's got 5 as his max, all right. By the Red Sox, yeah, their best game was 32 total bases against the Baltimore Orioles on the 23rd of April. Not bad. The Cardinals have the most, though. They have 33. Not a very well done game. Home runs by teams are still like that. The Tigers have the most, 5. They did against they just did it. I had one of those rare games that just wasn't going anywhere. And I also have 2 other, there's a couple other categories I didn't catch the first time. Grounded into double plays. Okay, I have 435, so 5 double plays by the ace. This is the most sold the Pirates against the Braves. Now by a player, and I can use Yastrzemski again, as we all know. Captain Carl, he's done 3 double plays so far this season. Perfectly fine. Stolen bases, he has 1. I've got all these stats we could use, have a great time by game, every game out here if you want to do it that way. Most stolen bases in the game so far has been the Astros and the Dodgers. They both, between both teams, they did 6. Love the stats. And I've still got my standard stats, so I'm very happy. This game is playing the way it's supposed to. I can even go by at bat. If I want to put a team versus batter, team versus batter. The only thing I'd tell you what would be, Cyrus, if you're catching the scene, okay? Batter versus pitcher would be a good one. Batter versus pitcher, if that can be done, would be an excellent choice. Let's use this one here. Charlie Smith would be a good example. This is against batters against all teams. Okay, so you get the Tigers on there. All team, all batters. Batter versus one team. Let me select Detroit, and let me select select team versus batter. Let me select the Boston Red Sox. I will select Detroit Tigers, and let me select Al Kaline. I always did like him. Nope, I didn't want to do that either. That was dumb. Sent that to Excel by accident. Sorry about that, and I can't stop it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That was a mistake, kiddies. Yeah. Get out of there. Thank you. No, yeah. Get out. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, there we go. This is Al Kaline versus each individual pitcher, so it can be done. But it's kind of hard, but it can be done. Against the Red Sox, he's batting .733, batting .212. He's not having a good day against the Red Sox, believe it or not. So I can actually do this too. So if you ever want to find out that great information, it is in here. This is a stats person's dream. It's a, I'm not even going to lie about it. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Oh, hold on. I know what you mean. Hang on. You're right, Al. Hold it. I apologize. Okay, here we go. Alright, hold on. Let's see what else is up to on me. Alright, hold on. I gotta leave my stuff. Let me get back to my live stream. There we go. Alright, let me start all over, Al. I apologize. Let me do this all over again. Alright, Al, I think I'm on the right screen now. I'll take a fast look. See, hold on. Okay, this is where it starts, Al. Alright? Let me show you real quick. This is what I love. I said, this is some great stuff. I apologize, Cyrus. I didn't get it wrong. Okay, Al, this is team-by-team record. This just got put in today. Alright? And for a good, and what it is exactly just like our newspaper stuff. So you know who is doing what against who. Okay? And I'll clearly see right here, the California Angels, okay, have beaten the Oakland Athletics 7 games. The A's have beaten California a grand total of twice. So you can see who's doing what against who. Good stuff. Broadcasters use it all the time. I like it. Now, Al, here's something in the more modern leagues. So as we get into the Y2 century, I think Beatles will like this. And unless you can get back in, is you can get interleague. Okay, you can do both. It's going to be tough, and I'm very surprised, very pleased. I'm very surprised that Cyrus and the gang there at National Pastime was able to do this. But this is one of the stats that's now in here. Now we got this. Okay, now one of the other things I've got here is game. Okay, so let me show you real quick. Let's go by team. The first they added into is extra base hits. And the best one so far has been, and it's the amount of hits, is the Minnesota Twins. On the 23rd of April, one of my games, they got 8 extra base hits, 4 doubles, 1 triple, and 3 home runs. All I gotta do is go to Games Play to find the game, bring up the box score, and I can even do that. I can just go to my files and bring up the box score and do a repeat of it. The Boston Red Sox did it on the 23rd of April also. They had 7 extra base hits. This is when I started playing with the dice, too, by the way, guys, as you can tell. They also give me total bases. The St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox, on that very 23rd April game the Red Sox had, they had 10 singles, 2 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 home runs. Good stats to have. Okay? Now, I don't have to keep it to the team. I can do it by the player. Good example, Cyrus. He got 5 total bases on the 28th, just the game I just played against the Athletics. 1 single, 1 triple. That's what he's done. Okay? He has no home runs. Alright? It's been the funniest thing going on this season I'm dealing with. He has no home runs whatsoever. Alright? But his extra base hits, he's done it 12 times so far this season. And that's what he's done. He has 1 triple and 11 doubles. Okay? But when I go to get the stats on that, I can just go right into all players and just go, or all players or league, and I can go find them. So I'm not worried about that. The stats are in here. This is the stats. This is a stats lover's dream. Okay? Ground into double plays. Yaz is hitting the 3 double plays. Okay? Let me pick up somebody else here. Frank Malzone. He's grounded to 5 double plays. By teams. The Oakland A's, or Kansas City A's, hit 5 double plays on the 1st of May against the California Angels. Pittsburgh Pirates did the same thing. Oh, actually, this is by both teams. By the individual team, okay, like the Boston Red Sox. So let's go to the Kansas City A's. And that's exactly what they did. I got lucky. And you can tell they've done a lot. They also have one of the other ones against the Indians. They hit 4 double plays. In 22 games, they've hit the double plays. I mean, I've got stolen bases, so I can stay right here in Kansas City. And they've done great in the stolen base department, but I can show you why. One player so far this season, Bert Campaneris, has in 16 games. He leads the league, both leagues, in stolen bases. Okay? Home run wise, let me go to Minnesota. I go by teams. Both teams, the Tigers and the Indians, hit 5 home runs in 1 game. Individual team, Minnesota's done 3 against the Indians. About 3 times they've done it. And by player. Now let me use Brew. Brew has had a multiple home run game. I like the way this works. I can do the same. Now this is all the batting stuff, okay? Cyrus, are you going to do this for pitchers also? I think that'd be neat. I can do it in here too, pitching. Okay? Now I can do it from here, which is even better. Danny McLean so far this season for the Tigers. And I'm going to drop this down to 5, so anybody can get in. He has been in 8 games, as you can see here. You can see his totals up here, and he has batters have only hit 175 against him. But it's here that you can see the rest. Where strikeouts are coming from. How many batters has he faced? How many at-bats has he had? Now, I've asked Cyrus to change this. Get rid of the at-bats, okay? And put the ERA, a running ERA in here. This has been my last thing. He has thrown 2 wild pitches. We got all the stats. Like I said, this is a stats person dream. And this is all because of what you and I and Beals asked, and you guys had me ask, and I did, and this is what they've done for us. This game is getting better. We're not going to get transactions, okay? Face it. This is not a game for transactions. If you want to get the transactions, go into, and that's why I've got Digital Diamond anyway. That's what I use it for transactions for national pastime. They're accurate, they're quick, and I can do it on a daily basis. Okay? And that includes, now the reason why I go to another game, Cyrus, so don't get mad, okay, is because Baseball Reference and Retro Sheet do not tell you when a player goes on the disabled list. Okay, and they don't do, and that's what they don't do, and that makes it, that does play the game very heavily, and it does way heavy in this game. I'm under Navy. I'm in yours. I'm in your replay section. Oh, Al Red Sox fan. The seasons, Al, are $26.95. You get one season automatically. I add the seasons, and I don't know if the deal is for everybody, but I got a special deal coming up when I finish the 1965 season. CJ, does that go for everybody who sends the season back to you? So I can tell Al? And Al, the one thing remember, you see me do this with National Pastime 3, okay? You have to play every game yourself. There is no fast forwarding, okay? The deal is this. You get done with a full, complete season. You send the database back to Skeetersoft, okay? And CJ, I've got CJ's email address, and he said to support any of those guys, CJ or Bill, you will get 2 free, no autoplay in this game, 2 free seasons when you complete a full season, okay? Now, yes, I have slowed down, but then again, we all have. Like you, Al, I've got 4 different baseball games going, okay? We all have the one that Beatles gave us, the freebie, the old Sim one. A lot of us do Out of the Park, by the way, CJ. If you ever see Out of the Park, there's no dice involved in it. We like playing it. It's a fantastic game. Oh, he does it, Al, because that way they can keep their database. Their database keeps the thing and make sure that the stats that we're playing with and the actions that we're playing with is correct and current. Okay, now I do things different. I don't use their dice. That's the one key. Okay, I play with my own dice, so I've thrown a curveball in here, but I've checked the stats with Baseball Reference. Right now, I am fairly accurate with the team stats. The individual stats, not so much. And I can show you that real quick. Let me bring up baseball. Let me bring that up. 1965 scores and schedules. Pitching. There we go. Pitching stats. Okay. And that's all the players. Over here in Baseball Reference, the league leader for the American League in ERA was Sam McDowell with a 2.18 ERA. He finished the American League as the ERA leader. Also the strikeout leader. He had 325 strikeouts. Sandy Koufax finished baseball with 2.04. Okay? If you look at my stats, and I will go over here to the pitching leaders. Okay, right now, Turk Farrell leads the league with 2.0. But if you see what I've got on Koufax, 2.03. I'm just 1/100th of a point off of Koufax. Okay? In the American League, Sam McDowell, right now, I'm about 53 points off of his ERA total. But he's leading the league in strikeouts. Now, he finished the season at 17-11. I'm not going to break it to a sweat over that. All right? But my stats, honestly, are going to be a whole lot different. Because I keep pitchers in when they, I don't sit there and look at the score. Okay, well, they took Jim Cott out of the ball game in the 3rd inning. I don't do that. If he's pitching good, I leave him in. Because there's going to be days he's going to throw crap. I'm going to have him out by the 1st. And you've seen me do it. Pitcher gives up 5 runs in the 1st inning, he's history. And that's what happens here. In the National League, like I said, Koufax. Okay, there we go. Just want to make sure. Koufax is like a 2.03. But he has 99 strikeouts. That's the way things have been going. But Don Drysdale leads the league in innings. Right now, Al McBean of the Pirates has 6 saves. Okay, he leads the National League in saves. Bob Buell of the Chicago Cubs has 7 losses. Okay, and that's what it is right now. If I go to Baseball Reference, okay, and we all do, all right, and I go to losses, and I'm going to go to the individual team here, Chicago Cubs. Okay, Bob Buell of the Chicago Cubs only had 11 losses. Obviously, I'm heading for a bigger run than that. Okay? And that's what's happening. Now, mind you, this is the end of the season. This is only May 28th in my game. And I'm even. The league is a good place to look. The league batting average for the National League is 246. Okay? The leader in batting average right now is the Cincinnati Reds with a 281 average. They're right down here, by the way. Alright? In Baseball Reference, if I go back to my teams, that's pitching and me batting. Okay. Batting average. Okay. Cincinnati Reds has a 273 batting average. I'm almost right on top of it. You can't go wrong on this, Al. That's why I love playing this game. Okay? And let me go to the National League, and I'll show you something else in here real quick. The league average right now for the National League is 249. I'm only 3 points off. Now, this is the end of the season. Things could happen, okay? But I doubt it. That's why I ordered. I've got brand new marble dice coming in. But you can see what I've got going on. And it's beautiful. It's a great game. That's why I push it. That's why I try to sell it to you guys. A lot. I'm not going to lie. I try selling it a lot to you guys. I think it's great. Oh, no. What you can do, Al, okay? Each season is a separate database, okay? They're not grouped. What this does, Al, is you get to play all the teams. And that's what you do here. You're playing both teams, both sides. So, if you heard me, Beatles, Jester is another one. That's where I caught some of the rules. And if you look in Skeeter Soft, you see a lot of guys. And go to the Skeeter Soft, and I push it all the time. It's in Delphi forms. It's in Skeeter Soft Baseball. And as a matter of fact, can I post it here? Al, do I have? Oh wait, I don't. I might. Hold on. If not, I'm going to post it on yours. Al, on your thing, do I have permission to post up something? Let me look, see if I can do it here. Skeeter Soft. Okay. Replays and tourneys. It's in Skeeter Soft Ink. Replays and tourneys, Al. And in my game, it's under Clint. 1965 NP3 season box scores. I also have a few others in there. Don't pay them no mind. And I also have a standings and stats card. And another one of my friends is playing NP3s. He's also playing 1965. I caught him. It's Bob Beatler. He's playing 1965. He is behind, and he's letting me go. He just turned me loose. So he's been watching my game. He's been watching what I've been doing. So everybody does. I have fans in here. Other than the fact I look at everything all the time, so I still go through it. I have 9,603 views, not including my own, or probably including my own. I'm able to post pictures in here. All the pictures from Digital Diamond are my baseball pictures from Show Player of the Games for my games. And let's see if I can get into here. Oh, I can't. Okay. I can't post it, but since Delphi forms Skeeter Soft messages, replays, and tourneys. And I post every game I play in here. Okay. I think it's fantastic. I have 436 separate messages between myself and people who call back. I've got some real nuts in here. I love it. Mark Ruck, I talk to all the time. He's one of the big guys who understands the game, lets me do this, let me complain when I first started the game, stuck with me. I use the same box score that I show you guys all the time when I post. I had Wes Parker just recently, 2 stolen bases, 2 for 3 RBIs. Dodgers beat the Braves in another cardiac game, 5-4. Braves Dodgers had a 5-2 lead and tried to blow it. Chicago Cubs, like I said, I had a non-pitchers duel. It went 12 innings, 4-2. Cubs beat the Mets, 2 runs from the 12th. Cal Coons against Gary Kroll started out. Dick Schofield, you'd be surprised what he looked like with the San Francisco Giants. He went 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. He was traded to the Giants, and the one thing that this game does, okay, And it's something I got to show you. Let me bring in a player. And let me show you. Let me start with San Francisco. Dick Schofield. So I got to bring the number down. Okay. Oh, that's pitching. That's why. Okay. Now, you see Dick Schofield's bad thing? Now I've got the Giants down here. This is his entire career. But if when I bring his player up, when I bring his player thing up, it'll give me the Giants batting only on his card. The Pirates batting is already set up, but it's put away somewhere. I have no idea where it's at, which is not a bad thing to find out. I wonder how we can do that. I never gave that a thought. Because that's his total for all the games right there, but it does not show his individual totals for each team. Or will it? No, it doesn't. So that's a problem right there. Even though he's moved, we should still stay in there for batting stats only. That's something to look at. Interesting. I just thought of that. But that's okay. Hopefully, when we get down to the end of the season, we'll show it. That's a nice little thing to think of, Cyrus, about that. With players get traded, because I caught that when I was playing the game, and it showed. So, and I only showed only the Giants batting average. So like he's batting like 204 for the Giants. So, that's something that should be proud of. How we can show the individual batting averages for the individual team, not just the team. Because like here, he's only batting 211 for the Giants. Okay. Now let me see what his last game was with the Pirates. And I'm looking in the internet, and unfortunately you guys cannot see the internet, so you have to bear with me, okay? Dick Schofield's last game with the Pirates was on May 16th. I've got that game in here. I just got to find it. Okay, May 16th. Probably in here. Nope. Okay. One more day. I go back to game number 336. No, I didn't even got that too. No, holy crap. I played a lot of games. There we go, the 16th. Right. This is before I started the pictures, by the way, guy, in here, so I just got to find the game. Cubs Dodgers on a doubleheader sweep. Reds Mets. Oh, that's right. It was a doubleheader day. Braves Phillies. Cardinals Pirates. Dick Schofield for the Pirates was batting 216. So it could be the same average. All right. Could be. That's what I was looking at. Oh, okay. That's the stuff I need to know. Go to Team tab. Okay, hold on here. Go to Team. Ah, hello. Duh. For the Giants, Dick Schofield is batting 214. Okay, right down here in the bottom. All right. I like that. He has 3 RBIs for the Giants, 3 hits, 214. Slugging average of 214, only base hits. Now, let me go to the Pirates. This is how I learned the game, Cyrus. That's why I like doing it. There he is. He finished up with 211 batting average, 5 RBIs, 291 on-base percentage. So this is totally cool. God, this is, like I said, and I called. This is not, you know, I know we have the other games we played that show nice action, like you said, Al, Strat, Action PC, to show the players running and all that kind of stuff. Digital Diamond sort of is about in the middle. This game to me is like we're doing old-fashioned radio, except with a twist. We have the stats in front of us. And I like that. Anywho, I've been on for 2 hours. I was going to get a few games in, but I'm only getting one tonight. Guys, CJ, I thank you very much. Anybody who else watches the game, and I love this game. I didn't have to ask you to repeat the question, CJ. I don't have to. You gave me the answer already. I like this game. To me, it is an old-fashioned. I do it as a radio broadcast, as everybody knows. Now, what I do at CJ, if you haven't caught on, okay, when I hit the dice and the error possibly pops up, okay, and it's not an error, and most obviously, most time it's not going to be. It's not an error. What I do is I turn into a fantastic play. Manny Mota, jumping over the wall and bring the ball back in. Diving play at second base. I do that all the time when an error shows up. And that way it's something you guys don't have to throw in. It's like I said, it's radio baseball. It lets me use an imagination where and I do have, yes, and I do have a problem with, well, like I say, I have a problem doing that with one of my other games that I play out of the park because it reads too quick and I can't get into the gist of doing it like Alec can do. Fantastic plays, though it does show them, though, it really does if you ever get a chance to watch it. This is an excellent game. I like this game probably more than the other ones, okay? I'm an old school board and dice. I started out, believe it or not, on the back of a Frosted Flakes package in 1965, but they had a spinner. So all I had was 12. And 2 was a triple, and 12 was a home run, and 3 was a double, 11 was a walk, 10 and 4 were singles, 9 and 5 were ground outs, 6 and 8 were flyouts, and 5 was a strikeout. And I altered that a little bit, so I made a little bit of chances in there. Okay, there were no errors. Everything was a clean game, and that's what I learned to play. And I flipped it from the spinner because the spinner broke to dice, and I've been doing it ever since. I started out truly in Avalon Hill. I was an Avalon Hill nut. I played a little bit wrong, but that's all right. I do that all the time, and on occasion, if I really take my time, I show these guys once, I did that 10-game tab on every batter, going down so they knew what we were dealing with. Oh, Al, I almost forgot to show you this. Hold on. My God, I almost forgot. Let me go into the Ask Play schedule. I've still got the game in here. Let me bring it up. Let me trans. No, I don't want to do that. No, I do that. No. Let me bring up this game here. This is the Chicago game. I haven't done anything with it yet. I'm not going to play, but let me show you something. I almost forgot. Oh yeah. Let's bring up Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. Remember my last 10 games batting? Let me bring it up for you real quick here. I almost forgot. My God. Look what we got. Totals on the bottom. For the last 10 games, you can see actually how he's doing. Ernie Banks obviously is not doing well in his last 10 games. He has, compared to what he's done, he's batting .344, but in his last 10 games, he's only batting .237. He has only gotten 1 home run, though he has 9. I believe he's up there. Willie Mays leads the National League in home runs, him or Willie McCovey. Only 3 RBIs. Struck out. He hasn't been striking out. He's been hitting out. Okay, the way the dice have gone. He's had a few good games, but otherwise, no. And that's what they've done here. And let me bring up Bob Veale, the pitcher. They show the last 8 games pitching. Why only 8? I don't know. Don't care. Okay, but we now have totals. Obviously, everybody's on pitch their 8th or 9th game, okay? But you can see Bob Veale's totals. He's 0-7 right now for the Cubs. Bill Monbouquet's not much better in my league right now. He's like 1-6 or 1-7. He's doing terrible also. His last 8 games was a 4.44 ERA. His first game, he must have been in a no-D, and it's a lower ERA. He's striking out 30. He's not doing well. He's not doing bad in the strikeout department. 30 strikeouts in 46 innings. Not bad at all. He has given up only 13 walks. What he's giving up? Hits. He's giving up, his whip is way up there. I don't have the whip on here. I have to go to the team stats to go get his whip. But, and the batting average against him, that's what's going on. Okay? He's giving up 64 hits. This is one of those you can see. He gave up 5 runs. 5 runs, 5 innings. Okay? 4 were earned. He struck out 3. So I brought him out at the end of the 5th inning. So he had the decision. But you see what I do. This game here, this is what just happened. 4 2/3, he gave up a home run. One of his 2 home runs. And when he did, it brought him over what I call the limit. 7 runs. Only 2 were earned. The Cubs had a lot of errors that day. And that's what happens. The only thing I've argued with CJ about has been errors. And that's an argument that I don't mind having. So, and I've argued a few. Won a couple. Lost most of them. Don't care. That's what makes the game fun. And that's what makes the discussions fun. But that's what happened to Bob Veale this season, okay? God, I wish I could do that to Sandy Koufax. That'd be great. Ray Culp's another one. Let me bring him up. Now, Ray Culp just got started with the Phillies. Okay? And I'll bring up Ray Culp real quick, so hold on here. And I know he wasn't traded in 1965, so if he was traded. I know he wasn't, because him and Dick Ellsworth, actually, he may have. Him and Dick Ellsworth were traded for each other, if you remember, right? At one time. But this is Ray Culp's record so far with the Phillies. Now, the Phillies have not been one of my better teams this season either, but they're not. It's not for lack of trying. He's been 21 innings, get up only 6 earned runs. He is 1-2, as you can see here. I keep him in. He pitched a good game. Brought him out because he hit the D level. And running went on second base, based on a hit. Okay, that's how I take him out. It actually works fairly well, by the way, Al. Whatever you want to make, whatever rules you want to put in there. The rules I use, basically, and I've talked about them before, and you've seen me do it when I've done the 2017 games. You've seen it. 5 runs or 5 innings. Okay? And I do that in 2017. The pitcher gets to go down to a D level. We've got some pitchers that will hit D level. Okay? They go down to D level after 5 innings. If a runner reaches second base on a hit, or on a hit by another batter, and it's not a shutout, or a blowout game, or a 1-run game, or where the other team only has 1 run, I will take them out. Actually, I take them out on 1 run. But if it's a shutout, I leave them in. But I will take them out. So I've got some pitchers, they have more than what you want. I have some pitchers that have less. Complete games? Not always. Let's see if I can find it real quick. There we go, my stats. Pitching leaders. I think it's leaders 2. Yes. As you can see by the American League, Fred Newman of the Angels has the most complete games. These pitchers are doing well, okay? But they are not completing games. That's the way I'm playing the game. It's the way it goes, and it works. The National League, same thing. Don Drysdale has 6 complete games. Sandy Koufax has 5. But you see Koufax's record in my game. Warren Spahn leads the league in home runs. Given up. Sandy Koufax only has 2 shutouts. Again, that's the way I play the game. Also, I take the pitcher out if it requires it, especially in the 7th, 8th, 9th inning, and it's a pinch hit, a true pinch hit situation. Yeah, I'll take the starting pitcher out. So, by the way, I'm doing 1965. Okay, blown saves were not thought of in 1965. Remember back then it was called the Fireman of the Year, and Ted Abernathy of the Chicago Cubs won it. Ted Abernathy, I don't think I have him up. Yeah, he has his 5 saves, but he won the Fireman of the Year back then. Dick Radis won the American League. Anyway, guys, I'm going to close up. Oh, let me look here. See what I can do. Okay, hang on. Let me do that. Okay. Okay, I'm in the Stat tab. On the file name Stat tab. Call up the game, but don't click on the file name. Ah, open. What game did I pull? 5-9. There we go. Okay, back down. 5-9. It's the game I picked. White Sox Twins. Right there. Yeah, I could do this. And it brings up the stats. What it does bring up is, like, a lot of the stuff that we like to see in the stats. That's why I go to the other tab. I'll show you. Back to there. Transfer starting lineups. There, I've got the right team in. Okay. Go to the new game tab. Okay. Hold on. Okay, I'm in the game. Yep, I did that, and I double-clicked on the file name. Okay. God, Drysdale's pitcher back then. Okay, struck out 4. Gave up 4 home runs, too. And the Dodgers still managed to win this one 8-5. It was definitely a wild game against Gibson. It's one of those ones I sit there and I tell everybody, yeah, I got a pitcher's duel coming up, and it turns into a slugfest. I love it. Oh, God, yeah. Without question, I can see who hit the 7 home runs. And here, yeah. Brock hit 1, Flood hit 1, Francona hit 2, Bob Uecker hit 1. Johnson hit 1, Davis hit 1, Fairley hit 1. Don Drysdale, who hit 1. Now, let me show you something. Now, let me show you what I do, okay? Even though it's in here. This is why I always keep my other guy up. So, hold on. My file. Okay. MP65, National Pastime. There we go. No. Yep. Okay. The new system here, 2005 Beta 3. Box scores, 1965. The forum postings. And I want, that's good right there. Yeah, I keep both boxes, by the way. That's a 525 game. Hold on here. Cardinals, Dodgers. Okay, I go into here, double click on this. Now let me show you what I do. So hold on here. Get back into the game. Bring up my boy. That's why I keep these Cyrus. That's why I keep them automatically. Because not only do I have who hit the home runs, I've got them in front of me. On the box score stuff. So your box score, it does it, but it doesn't show me this. Kurt Flood hit his 4th. Tito Francona hit his 4th and 5th. Bob Uecker hit his 2nd. They also got their RBIs to go with it. Over for the Dodgers. Willie Davis hit 1. Ron Fairley hit his 1st. And Lou Johnson hit his 2nd of the season. Don Drysdale, though, got 2 RBIs, but you wouldn't see, off a triple. Who would have thought that Don Drysdale has 2 triples in the National League? Dick Tracewski, that's why I keep these. I've got this one here, and let's see if it'll let me do it. Okay, gonna pick it up. And I like this one too. And it shows you who hit all the home runs. That's why I keep them. Okay, but this is more for like a newspaper box. If I was running a newspaper type blog, I would love to do this. But I'd have to take a lot of notes on the score sheets, and that'd be real tough to do, even though I've got a fairly decent memory. Like this one here, where Bill White hit grounded into the lone double play. The Dodgers got the 1 double play. 5 runners left, 6 runners left. Dick Rote got 2 errors. Tracewski got 2. I like this too. Okay, that's why I keep it. It's the newspaper clipping style. I love it. So there is. in between the both. I like Dylan because Dylan has more stats up on top. Where I've got this up here, you can see the 13 putouts. Okay? You can see the hits. Lou Justin had 2 hits. What hits? Well, if you go down here, he had a double and a home run. Which is good. But if you see up on the top like the other one, it's even better. But yeah, I've got everything. Okay, except for that one lone idea about putting a running batting average and a running ERA in not the 10 and the 8, but in the actual game played section. So if I want to go back into that, I can do that. Let me get back off the screen. Go back to the game. Okay. Right there. Yep. Okay. Whoops. That's all right. Okay. Let me get back to the game here. There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Right there. And that's what I've got. So now we've got it all. We're in great shape. The box score is great. I can look at that, but like I say again, what it doesn't show you is what the other box score that we actually go into the text file does that. That's quite all right. That's not a problem. Okay, I don't mind because the guys know I'll always show the running box score, or I'll show the text box score. They know I'll do it. And everything I do, I copy into the SkeeterSoft blog. So you can always look in there. Now, like I said, I got to go put the picture of Jim Hickman, which would be a rarity. And I will drop him into the SkeeterSoft. Mark, Bill, Bob, they all look at it. I know they do. I've got plenty of visitors who watch my games just like I watch theirs. It's Kinga Rabu who I like. I love his setup. And that's a time consumer, though, but I like the way he does it. Yeah. I can do that too, and I can do it on the current box score right there and bring it up automatically. So I'm good to go on that. So it's perfect. Let's go back to the as played schedule. Let's bring them all. Okay, and 1,600 games. I have done close to 400 of them. That's July. June, a lot of double headers. Those are tiring days. And this is also one of the last years of Memorial Day games. They played a lot of double. Used to play a lot of double headers on Memorial Day. But a lot of teams end up getting the first off. So, the day afterwards. So let me bring up the Pirate Met game, and there we go. No. Games played. There you go. Let me bring it up that way. Games played. Come up. Right the file. Yep. Okay, we opened it up. Yeah, create text file. Oh yeah, it'll come up that way. I still got. Now I'm actually bringing up the box score, so it's perfect. If I'm doing that current game, historical wise, I don't have to worry about it. I like it. I know. Like I said, you've got a basic old-fashioned board game. There's no place in there for pictures. Don't worry about it. I don't. Anyway, I gotta go. Guys, I have got to do a little bit of running around in the morning. And hopefully I'll dodge raindrops because it's going to be pouring down rain. I thank CJ for all the advice. Thanks CJ for coming to watch to see how it looks on this beta test. And hopefully I pass this beta test. So, Al, I'm not sure whether you're playing a beta. You're probably playing one of the original games. I've got the beta test, which is a whole lot different. So be careful, Al. Okay. You're welcome, Al. Keep in mind, Al, you're not playing unless CJ gave you the beta test as an example. You do not have the beta test game. You do not have all the stats package. Okay. I highly recommend the game be played. I would say check with Mark Ruck, Kingaroo, and see what they think too, CJ, about the beta test. I find those two guys to be the best. Kingaroo's running a great 1982 season in SkeeterSoft. I follow his board religiously. It's called 1980's Best and Worst. This Could Kill Me. The fella is Kenji Chibu. He just got done doing a Atlanta Braves Philadelphia 3 set. Oh, I love the way he does it. He does the newspaper clipping type box score. I don't. That's our only difference. But I love the way he sets it up. He gave me the idea for the player of the game with the baseball, as a picture or a baseball card. He'd be one. CJ, I would highly recommend get him the beta test. Obviously, Bill to play it. Also, hopefully he has played it. Someone's got 2007 going on here. Cubs fan 23, Steve. Would be another one to give him a try, though I don't like the way he did his setup here in the game, so I don't know whether he's playing or just strolling through it. Of course, our 1941 fictional season, the 1969, someone's got his 1969 National League replay going on. Lovely way to go. I'm enjoying the crap out of that, too. Hopefully he'll get back in there, though he just shows the stats. That's Dice Dave who's doing that. Who's got 73 playing here? Ah, Bob Builders also doing 1973. Good for him. Yeah, I say get Bob, our Beatler, and let him try the new stats too. See what he thinks. I would recommend those guys do it. Perfect. See, I hope you guys do too. You guys take care. I'll take care. I'll be looking forward to seeing you either hopefully later on tonight or tomorrow. And I got a bunch of baseball to play over the weekend, and we'll go from there. Plus, I got to set up. I got a public handicap I'm running. I got 3 races at Saratoga and 1 at Del Mar that I have to look at. See if I can get my game up on there. I do horse racing too, CJ, so I am a punter. Anyway, guys, take care. I thank you very, very much. CJ, again, I thank you for everything you've done. This has turned out to be probably one of the best games I've played. I'm glad to be, and hopefully I still will. I allow you. I'm glad to be, and hopefully I can continue to be a spokesman for speakers for National Pastime 3. I hope to continue to be a spokesman for them. I like doing it. It's fun. So don't I. I tried to hit the 8th at Arksar Bend a couple days ago, and a surprise horse showed up that everybody picked to finish dead last. Won. Anyway, take care, guys. It's been fun, and I will catch you guys on the flip-flop. I'll be on again over the weekend playing other baseball games, so while watch, see what goes on. I don't mind. And I will be definitely coming back in here. I'm going to try to finish up the 28th to get the 29th started. We got to catch up on this thing. I would like to be done with the 1965 season by New Year's Eve. Take care, everybody.